doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We're live again for Germany against France, third place playoff in the UEFA Nations League. Really looking forward to this one. We've got two games today: Germany against France, and then obviously tonight we've got the final, the big final, Spain against Portugal. Really can't call this one. I've got to be honest. I don't really know how invested these two teams are going to be in this one. Is it likely that Germany, France, are they likely to maybe, I don't know, are they likely to put all of their efforts into finishing third in the Nations League? Is it something they really care about? I don't know. There's a lot of people who've said this in the chat. Is it going to be a big game? And I mean, looking at the lineups, the answer is yes. I think a lot of the team are, obviously, I think France will be a little bit disappointed in the nature of the performance against Spain, won't they? I think the fact that they were down, whatever it was, 5-1, 5-2 at different points in the game, and obviously they managed to turn it round, but it looked a lot better, the scoreline, than it actually was, I think, if we're on the same page. But anyway, listen, there is a much changed team for both of them. There is a lot of changes in both teams, but it's still one you can see they're taking very, very seriously. Germany took the lead against Portugal and then threw it away. I thought Portugal were much the better team in the second half. Predictions so far, I've got to say, I think France take this one. We've not seen the teams yet. I'll go through the lineups in a moment, and I think, yeah, let's go through all that in a second. But first off, before I forget, how can I forget? Thank you, massive thank you to our sponsors, MatchBingo, for this live. If you haven't yet, please do go and take a look at MatchBingo. They're absolutely fantastic. MatchBingo combines all the fun and excitement that you would associate with a bet on the football. If you like a bet on the football, go and check them out. It combines all the excitement of that with all the fun and excitement you'd associate with a game of bingo. You buy a bingo card for a game like this one, for example. You can buy a bingo card for this one on MatchBingo. Germany v France. Go and buy your bingo card. You get 15 random events that can take place during the game, right? And what happens is, it'll say things like throw into Germany or corner to France, right? And as those things happen during the game, they will tick off on your bingo card. You get prizes for a line, prizes for two lines, and prizes for a full house too. You can win yourself a small fortune on it. And if you set up your account with Premier League Dad, if you go and do click the link in my description, or if you scan the QR code, which will be live on screen at any point during this live, you can deposit £5 and you get £10 free. So you get 15 quid to go and check it out with, go and try it out with, and see if you like it. I'm sure you will. I really like a bet on the football, as a lot of people do in our channel. And I think it's quite an innovative and genius approach to it. So go and check it out. It's quite cool. Really nice guys over there at MatchBingo too. Over 10,000 players in the UK, and they're growing so quickly. And not only that, they've paid out over 200 grand of prize money. So it is, as I say, you can win yourself a decent bit of cash. And go and give it a whirl. Let me know what you think as well. And with that said, let's get stuck in. To the lineups. Oi. Right, so here we go. Let me have a little look-see. The old lineups. I have to apologise. We did have a little kerfuffle when it went time to go live, so I need to delete the original live that went out. I don't know why that happened. But we have got comments flying in already, which is great. One sec, let's go to them. Ethan, good to see you, Ethan. Daz, when do England play next in the Nations League? England don't play in the Nations League now. England play, I think they've got the World Cup qual. They've got a friendly, actually, on Senegal is it Tuesday? They play Senegal. And then it's World Cup qualifiers and things next for England. The Nations League is effectively over. England finished in the second division, top of the second division in the Nations League. So England aren't in this knockout section. This is only for the top division of Nations League participants, and England weren't in the top division of Nations League. Ethan, Alayla Blue, Random Videos. Hello, my mate. Good to see you, Random Videos. How's it going, mate? Ben, good to see you, Ben, as always. Jaden, what channel is it on? It is on Amazon Prime. You can watch it on Amazon Prime. It's pay-per-view again, but it is on Amazon Prime. And you can also get it on... that's tonight's. Tonight's is ITV1, isn't it? Yeah, tonight's ITV1 for the Portugal-Spain game, the final. But for this one, it's pay-per-view. So You can watch it with me, you can do live watch along with me, but if you want to watch it, you're going to have to pay for it. Litigation, how's it going, Litigation? Good to see you, mate. We want to be doing, as always, not just this game. We'll be talking about football generally throughout the live, as we always do. Football and life and home and all that sort of stuff. We'll be doing everything. Let's talk about a bit of everything. But I do want to talk about all the news that's been coming in over the last 24 hours. Florian Wirtz, Liverpool have put what is alleged to be our final offer for Florian Wirtz, which is still expected to be done. Paul Joyce, who is basically the oracle as far as football journals are considered, Paul Joyce has said that the deal is fully expected to be done by both sides, by Liverpool and Leverkusen. Florian Wirtz only wants Liverpool. But Leverkusen keep pushing back and saying, no, we want this, we want this, we want this, and Liverpool are just edging up ever so slightly, but apparently this is going to be our final offer, which we come back with shortly. Let's go through the lineups, forget all that, let's go through the lineup. So, in goal for Germany is ter Stegen. Now, ter Stegen made some unbelievable saves in that first, in the semi-final against Portugal, didn't he? Some top saves. I didn't think he deserved to be on the losing side, but he was terrific. Then it was Kimmich at right back here. Kimmich, he started, I think he got the assist, didn't he, for Florian Wirtz. So Kimmich right back, Jonathan Tah and Robin Koch at centre back, and then David Raum of Leipzig at left back. In midfield, it is Goretzka, Pascal Gross of Borussia Dortmund, once of Brighton, of course. And then it's Florian Wirtz at the tip in that number 10. It's Karim Adeyemi on the right, and it's Nick Voltemade, and Nicholas Füllkrug up front. Now, I think it might be a 4-4-2, that. I think we might see Wirtz on the right or Wirtz on the left, Adeyemi on the other side, and Voltemade and Füllkrug as a more traditional 4-4-2. I think that's what we're going to see today. I think he's going for the typical 4-4-2 here. I think he's going Mike Bassett. Julian Nagelsmann. For France, it is Maignan in goal. It's Digne left back. Hernandez, Loic Bada and Gusto in defence. In midfield, it's Rabiot and Tchouaméni. And then it is Cherki at the tip of the diamond. So again, we've got the battle of the number 10s. Wirtz against Cherki. Who's it going to be? People have been asking me, what did you think of Cherki's performance? Is he better value than Florian Wirtz, given he's coming to City at maybe a quarter of the price that Florian Wirtz is? Still don't think so. But he's a very good player, Cherki. So Cherki in front of Rabiot and Tchouaméni. And then the front three is Thuram, Kolo Muani and Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe didn't have his best game, did he? Didn't have his best game against Spain. I thought he missed a few sitters, to be honest. But alas, you don't need to. I mean, Kylian Mbappe doesn't need too many. You think, he'll always put chances away. He's still got a goal in that game, albeit a penalty. So, yeah, let me know what you're thinking as we go through the game. Shillock boy, how are we, bro? Good to see you, mate. How's it going? Daz Reynolds, when do you see our next signing and who will it be? I think it'll probably be Wirtz or Kirkes, one of the two. Those two are pretty much like neck and neck. They're ready to go. It's just a case of dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and all that good stuff. Emiliano, will you watch Bayern versus Stuttgart in the German Super Cup? When is that? Is it Stuttgart Super Cup? When is it? When is it? Oh, 16th of August. Yeah, we'll probably do that one. 7:30, 16th of August. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Emiliano, Undav would be better than Füllkrug. Daz Reynolds, is Ibu on the bench for France? Let's do the benches. Substub, good to see you, Substub. The benches are as follows. For France, it is Chevalier, Doué, Guendouzi, Hernandez, Kalulu, Kone, Elise, Pavard, Samba, Zaire Emery, and Ibu Konate. Yes, so Ibu Konate is on the bench for Daz. For Germany's bench, it is Robert Andrich in midfield, Anton, Baumann, Bischoff, Gnabry, Gosens, Kehrer, Mittelstadt, Nemesha, Nubel, Pavlovic, Undav, and Sané. So, Nagelsmann and Deschamps both picking quite rotated sides. Not heavily rotated, but certainly some changes, aren't there? 24, Shillock boy, August. Bro, are you ready to see Rodrigo in an Arsenal shirt? I just don't think he's coming. I don't think he's... I'd say coming now. I don't think he's going to Arsenal. And if he does, I'm really puzzled as to why. Like, he plays... Like, that would be... Why would Arsenal sign Rodrigo? To me, that's a really puzzling signing. It's like the one position they're not desperate for improvement in. Do you know what that screams to me? That screams to me that Mikel Arteta and is it Omar Berta or whoever, Berta and Arteta can't quite agree on a centre forward. So what they're going to do is they're going to kind of go big on someone else instead. Let's just go and get a really good signing to kind of appease the fans, and they're going to go and get Rodrigo. When is this match starting? It starts at 2 p.m. It's a 2 p.m. kick-off, so we've got 45 minutes, mate. 45 minutes was when it started. 29 minutes now. So yeah, just under half an hour to kick off. But yeah, I can't see Rodrigo going to Arsenal. I really can't see him going. Emiliano, I hope 2-1 Germany, but I think it'll be 2-0 France. I'm hoping we get a high-scoring game like we did in the Spain-France game the other day. 24-year-old boy, Sesko and Rodrigo. Listen, if you get Sesko and Rodrigo, fair enough. I mean, Sesko doesn't overly concern me. Rodrigo, does he improve Arsenal? Yeah, I think he does, but I don't think he moves the needle massively on Martinelli. Like, Martinelli and Rodrigo, they're kind of cut from the same cloth. I think if you put Martinelli in that Real Madrid side, he'd probably have done not that dissimilar to what Rodrigo's done. Rodrigo's a very good player, man. I just don't think paying 90 million quid for him is sensible, really. You'd almost be better off going, let's forget Sesko, let's forget Rodrigo, let's go and get Isak, and then get someone maybe a little bit, less valuable on the left-hand side. Let's go and get someone who we think can do a job for us on the left. Rafa Leao is probably viable this summer for relatively cheap. You'd be better off going getting Isak and Leao than Sesko and Rodrigo. If you could have either of those two, Sesko and Rodrigo or Isak and Leao, who would you go and get? And if you say the former, you're lying. Emiliano, I didn't know that England is 1 hour behind German time. Interesting. I think, doesn't it change that? Again, I could be wrong, but I'm sure, doesn't it change during the year? There's parts of the year where we're an hour behind or an hour ahead or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always crap with time, mate. I always can't land in the place, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I need to. The clock's changed on my phone. I just never really think about all that. 24-year-old boy, we need quality on the bench, bro. That's our problem. Yeah, but nobody is. Rodrigo isn't signing to sit on Arsenal's bench, is he? And Martinelli, I think if he suspected for 1 minute that he was going to be an Arsenal bench player, he'd be off. He'd be pushing for a move. If he doesn't think he can be counted on in that first team, he's not staying. Martinelli is too good to be sat on Arsenal's bench. And I just don't think Rodrigo moves the needle. Yeah, I just don't think he moves the needle. He's a good player, just a really good player. I like Rodrigo. I'd happily have him at Liverpool. I just don't think he's like a... If I had to pick maybe the 2 or 3 areas of the pitch that Arsenal need improvements on, the left winger isn't really the main one. Mr. Orange, what's your favourite shirt behind you? My favourite shirt behind me? I am partial to the Argentina shirt. I like the RG shirt. I also like the PSG shirt. I like the I like them all. I've got a lot of shirts. I've got nearly 100 shirts, and we're rotating them all over the summer for the new season. Emiliano, Sesko's better than Isak, and Leao is better than Rodrigo. I don't think Sesko's better than Isak. No, I don't think. I think Sesko. Listen, Sesko's a very good striker, and I think in time he could be. But I think Sesko probably comes to the Premier League and maybe takes 1 to 2 years to adapt. And a little bit like Darwin Núñez. I think he's raw. He's got all the ability. He's got the the strength, the height. He can score all types of goals. He can score from distance. He's got real pace and power. You can put him in over the top, and he can play on the shoulder. Yeah, he's a decent finisher, but he reminds me a lot of Darwin Núñez when he came to Liverpool, and he could go either way. He could be absolutely fantastic, or he could end up being a little bit, yeah. 24 Shirot boy, Rodrigo, Martinelli, and can play left or right wing, bro. Yeah, but that's the thing, mate. Rodrigo and Martinelli, you've got Saka. So what are you doing with Saka? And then you've got Wanyuri. What are you doing with Wanyuri? If I'm Wanyuri, I am absolutely looking for a move this summer. And that would be a real shame, I think. A real shame for Arsenal to lose such a talent like Wanyuri. Finley Matthews, how's it going, Finley? Normal guy, what up? Good to see you, man. How's it going? Daz Reynolds, what's your prediction for this one? Predictions. I think it's going to be... I think France win it. Yeah, I think France... Do you know what, though? No, I'm changing my mind. I'm changing my mind. I think Germany win it. And the reason being, I'm a real stickler for managers who've decided they're leaving the club or leaving the country, as the case may be. As soon as a manager announces that he's leaving, I just feel like that nation, that team, that club, whatever it is, just goes. We saw it with Klopp. We've seen it with a number of other teams. I mean, Inzaghi for Inter. Inzaghi was pretty much set. He was set to go to Saudi. Everyone knew he was going to Saudi. What happened in the final with Inter? I think you're seeing a little bit of that now with Deschamps. I just don't think that France team is maybe running for him anymore. Maybe he isn't gonna push us hard. I don't know. And for that reason, I think Nagelsmann has the ear of the German side. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go with my boy Florian. Daz Reynolds, he's done that one, sorry. 24 Shirot boy, imagine roaring Rodrigo, rotating. Imagine rotating Rodrigo, Saka, Martinelli and Trossard. Mate, that doesn't exist outside of FIFA. There's not a world where you can have Saka, Rodrigo and or Martin. I mean, Trossard, yeah, Trossard's not great. Wanyuri, I don't think you can keep Wanyuri on the bench for too much longer. After the start that he's had, 18, he's been one of the most prolific under-18 players in Premier League history. Only Wayne Rooney and Michael Owen have scored more than Ethan Wanyuri under the age of 18 in the Premier League. The guy's absolutely brilliant. I can't understand how Ethan Wanyuri didn't get any minutes when Arsenal were desperate for goals against PSG. Arteta didn't even bring him off the bench. If I'm Ethan Wanyuri, I'm looking at it and going, I'm sorry, that is... I'm done. I'm done at Arsenal. I need to look away for a move, but hopefully a permanent move, maybe a loan, whatever. But I can't stay here because he doesn't rate me. And if Mikel Arteta doesn't rate him, then he's, on your bike. Finners, Matty, good to see you, mate. What's the latest kickoff time you're doing for the Club World Cup? I'm only going to do the two. So there's 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock. A lot of the games. Some of them are like 7 o'clock. 1 or 2 are like 8:30, maybe 9. But that's it. I'm not doing like 11, 11:30 and 2 a.m. Can't do them. I've got a little girl. Can't do them. So I ain't going to be doing them ones. But I am going to be doing the other games, the earlier games, of course. Emiliano, yes, Germany for the win. Daz Reynolds thinks 3-1 Germany. Wirtz to score, I think. Let's hope so. Yeah, let's hope so. Obviously, we're on Wirtz watch here as a Liverpool fan, aren't we? 24 Shirot boy, have you seen how many games we had to play, bro? Yeah, no, and of course you have to have players. You have to have quality to bring in off the bench. I understand that. But what I'm saying to you is Rodrigo is like a world-class talent. He's at maybe the biggest, is the biggest club in the world. He's playing for one of the best teams that has existed over the last however many years. He's won everything there is to win at Real Madrid. I don't really blame him for wanting to move away and get regular minutes because it seems like he's probably not going to get that at Real Madrid this season, and Real Madrid can get a decent fee for him. But I think one of the factors that Rodrigo would be looking at is, like, I want to go somewhere where I'm the star. I want to go somewhere where I am going to be the absolute, the number one sort of thing. And I just don't think for one second that he goes to Arsenal and competes with Gabriel Martinelli, who he plays with for the Brazil squad. I just don't think he's going to compete with him on the left-hand side. He isn't going to get in over Saka. If Saka's fit, Saka starts, so Rodrigo doesn't get in. If he could start over Martinelli, But again, you've got Martinelli, and I don't see a happy outcome there. And it's an odd signing. If it does go ahead, it's a really odd signing. 24-year-old boy Wanyeri is class, bro, but he's not ready. All of his Brazilian bros are playing for Arsenal. He will be the star, bro. Wanyeri, mate, you say Wanyeri's not ready. Wanyeri should have got a lot more minutes than he did last season for Arsenal. Sammy, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Ronnie Dodge, Arsenal are the club that at least gives any academy players playing time. I think Arteta was forced to use the academy. Yeah, I don't think he trusts Wanyeri. You can seem to see a little bit of that, but it's frustrating. It's got to be frustrating for Wanyeri. Got to be frustrating. He's a very, very talented player. And, I'm surprised that Mikel Arteta didn't give him more minutes. Really surprised. Right, let's talk about... What other stuff have we got to talk about today? In fact, do you know what I want to talk about? Because we was chatting about this a little bit yesterday. But I want to get your take. This is the question of the day, right? Let's do the question of the day. I want to hear from you. Who are the top 3 to 5? Let's do top 3. Top 3 bargains that your club has ever signed. Who would you describe? We have, as you know, on this channel, we have all sorts of teams that all sorts of fans who come into the channel, all sorts of different clubs that they support, and it's really lovely. So I want to hear from you, your opinion, your club, whoever it is you support. Put that in the chat. Say, I support Arsenal, and these are the 3 people I think are our biggest bargains of all time, or at least in your lifetime. In your lifetime, who would you consider to be the biggest bargains for your club, whoever it is you support? I want to hear all that. Jake, how's it going? Evening? It's 20 to 2. Evening. We haven't spoken about the Newcastle news yet. No, we haven't. What is the Newcastle news? What's the Newcastle news? We've missed it. I'm trying to catch up with everything. I know Florian Wirtz and Liverpool are getting increasingly closer. But yeah, I want to hear about your bargains. Aaron Ramsey will sign as the new Pumas player in the next days, ready for a new chapter in Mexico. Aaron Ramsey moving his family to Mexico to play for Pumas Unam. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's have a look and see what else we've got today. What else is there? What other news have we had? Yeah, Jake, tell me what's the Newcastle news? What have I missed? Chelsea are now advancing in negotiations for Rodrigo. Ooh, see, now that would be frustrating, wouldn't it? Given they've got about 40 wingers already. The last thing that Chelsea need is more wingers, for God's sake. Brighton, oh my God, Brighton have bid £40 million for Olympiacos striker Charalampos Kostoulas. Brighton have bid 40 million quid for a striker. Now that does indicate, doesn't it, that João Pedro is off. Now here we go, Jake. Now this is, you know where I'm going with this, don't you, Jake? If Brighton have bid 40 million quid for Charalampos Kostoulas from Olympiacos, right? And Brighton are getting a new centre-forward, then that probably means that João Pedro is going to Newcastle. Is that the news you were going to talk to me about, Jake? And if João Pedro is going to Newcastle, then I think maybe a certain Newcastle centre-forward might be on the move as well. What do we think? Might he be wearing the red? Very shortly? Oh, come on, Alexander, let's have it. Chill out, boy. I'm telling you, bro. Rodrigo's coming to Arsenal. The Indian Neymar. Mate, Neymar was shocking. Neymar was absolutely dreadful. Jake, I'd go Fabian Schär, Demba Ba, and Yohan Cabaye. Okay. Like that. I like that. Right, we're 15 minutes or so to kick off. Jake, nothing in Newcastle news, mate. João Pedro, 60 million price tag, and the tune closing in. Well, there you go. 60 million for João Pedro. You go and sign him, and then you'll just be a little bit more accepting of the move for for Alexander to Liverpool. We're going to get him. We'll get him in the end. We'll get him in the end. We always get our man. There you go. Luciano Spalletti is set to resign as Italy head coach, leaving with immediate effect. Oh, there you go. I mean, it's not a surprise, really, after watching that Norway defeat the other day. Yeah, they were really poor against Norway. Apparently, Claudio Ranieri is the favourite to replace Luciano Spalletti as the new Italy head coach. Claudio Ranieri, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Get Claudio Ranieri leading the Italian national team. I think that'd be good. Litigation. Aaron Ramsey cost us the Europa League against Eintracht Frankfurt. He wasn't a bargain. He was more like bargain basement standard. Samir X69. Who do you think are the best bargains for Liverpool? The best bargains for Liverpool. The three that immediately come to mind. The three that immediately come to mind are, I think, Philip Coutinho, 8 million quid, 7 million quid, I think it was actually. 7 million quid, we signed him and he was an absolute bargain. We ripped Inter Milan off. We sold him for 140 million quid. I would argue he would get in my all-time Liverpool 11 as well. I loved Philip Coutinho. So Philip Coutinho would be in there. I don't know in what order, by the way. I would always say Sami Hyypiä. Sami Hyypiä was £2 million from Willem in Holland. And he was an absolute giant. He was Virgil van Dijk. He was our Virgil van Dijk for 10 years or whatever it was he ended up being at the club. Top centre-back. One of the very, very best centre-backs, I think, in Premier League history. One of the top 20, let's say. Very, very good. One of the best ever. Really, really loved him at Liverpool. Liverpool legend. So I would go for Sami Hyypiä, Philip Coutinho. And I always go back to James Milner as well. I think James Milner is one who's so under, not talked about enough. James Milner came in when he was 29 on a free, and we won everything multiple times. And he played left back, he played right back, he played centre mid, he played right wing. He was our captain, our vice captain, and he just changed He was so good, so good, proper leader as well. And yeah, I love James Milner. So James Milner was probably one up there. Maybe Gary McAllister as well, another free transfer signing. But yeah, those are probably the main three that I always think about. Jake had said weeks ago, we're looking for another number 9 to play with Isak or to rotate. I'll stand by it, mate. Can't wait till Isak signs and stays, and I'll be saying again, told you so. Yeah, I don't know. I think you might regret that. We'll see. Yeah, I think you're gonna go into hiding. You're gonna be like our mate Aaron in the Europa League final. Finners Matty, Palace are interested in Sporting's Diamond. Is that a replacement for Gay, do you think? Obviously, Gay looks like he's moving on potentially to Newcastle as well. So Gay might leave and Diamond might come in. Yeah, it's not a bad replacement, not a bad signing. I think Lacroix has been unbelievable as well. 24, Shirot Boy, the bargain for you was Sterling. Sterling? No, Sterling's another rat. And he wasn't even that good. Right, we're 10 minutes or so away from kick-off here. So is the game actually come on Amazon Prime yet? Because apparently you can only put it on. Jake, I didn't know we could use free transfers in the bargain game. All right, well, let's not do free transfers then. Let's do. I've bought it. What are you on about? I've bought it. Why is it asking me to buy it again? Have I actually bought it? Because I should get a receipt here, shouldn't I? There you go. Amazon order. I've bought it. So why are you telling me to buy it again? I don't want to buy it again. Just let me watch it. Yeah, error code 3565. Yeah, already purchased. Exactly. You've got to watch that. Right now I can watch it. Madness. Absolute madness. Schlifty. Schlifty. I like that name. I think Germany will win. Yeah, I do too, mate. I do too. I think it is going to be a Germany win. Looking forward to that. Jake, no way I'll still be here taking the piss. Litigation, Igamane might turn out to be a bargain. Yeah, Igamane I think is definitely one that I would consider to be a bargain. Very, very good player for Rangers. And he's one of them. I think Everton are looking at Igamane, or they at least have been. They're also looking at Diamand from Rangers as well. So maybe Diamand and Igamane. Moisey likes his signings from the SPL, doesn't he? He likes those sorts of players that have cut the cloth up north and then come down to Everton. Did it a lot of times in his early days at Goodison. Well, is it Stuttgart, this game, isn't it? Yeah, it's in Stuttgart. It's a wonderful atmosphere. Love German football. Really love German football. Finners Matty, can't wait for the next month and a bit of football. Yeah, we've got a lot of footy over the next... Well, to be honest, footy doesn't stop. The footy doesn't stop. On this channel, I promise you, like I said, we're going to always have at least one every single day. Every single day we'll always do at least one. The only time I'm going to let you down is in the next couple of days. So today is actually the last day that I'm doing. It's the last day of our streak because I'm not live tomorrow. I'm not live tomorrow, and I'm not live on... Is it Tuesday? I'm not live on Tuesday. I'm not live Monday or Tuesday. No foot. Well, there will be footy on maybe, but I won't be doing live watch-alongs for the next couple of days. So, yeah, my wife's in hospital. She's going in for surgery, so I've got to be tending to her, looking after her. So there's absolutely no way I'm doing any footy. So, yeah, duty calls, husband duty calls. So we're not going to be doing any footy for the next couple of days. And then maybe back to it on Wednesday, depending how she feels. 24, she wrote, boy, wait, bro, what did you say about Sterling? I couldn't hear. He was class for you. No, he wasn't. He was only okay. He was only okay. 50 million quid, we ripped City off. Litigation, home advantage should get Germany over the line. Well, it didn't in the last one, did it? Yeah, it didn't in the last one. What kit are France wearing? They in the Les Bleus. They in the home kit. I love that. That training jacket's wonderful, isn't it? It's beautiful. Love that. I'll tell you something. Some of the clobber that is coming out now, some of the coats, the jackets, the t-shirts that are coming out, even just the training wear, but like so good. Like I feel like kit manufacturers and kit designers have really stepped up the game in the last couple of years, haven't they? Maybe 6 to 12 months, they've really stepped up the game. And every time I go on X, I go on Twitter, and I'm having a look, and I'm scrolling through, and then I'll just see a kit pop up. And it's a kit usually for a team that I've no interest in really at all, beyond, I might watch a game or two of theirs occasionally, but, no real interest in them. But a kit pops up, and I'm like, oh, I've got to get that. Ronnie Dodge, who do you think wins later, Portugal or Spain? I think Spain win that. Yeah, I can't see Portugal beating Spain. Ronnie Dodge, as much as I'm glad seeing the season over, I am looking forward to seeing United back in pre-season with some fresh faces. Well, yeah, we'll be doing a lot of the pre-season games as well. We will do at least maybe one or two of the top teams. We'll do, obviously there's a lot, listen, we're doing City and Chelsea in the Club World Cup, whether you consider that pre-season or not. But we'll be doing a lot of City and Chelsea in the Club World Cup. We have got Liverpool, a couple of pre-season games, Liverpool against AC Milan, I've got queued up as well. Callum, France to win this 4-2. You had a decent shout the other day, didn't you, Callum? You were quite good with the high-scoring shout in that game, so maybe you're right again. Normal guy, Cherky starting. Yep, Cherky's in the 10. Florian Wirtz in the 10. And then it's Kylian Mbappe for France and Nicholas Fulkrug up the other end. Samir X69, should Vitinha start today? I think he probably will start, won't he? I would imagine he'll start. 24 shit up boy, Sterling signed for 500k and you sold for 50 million quid. Well, I have to call... No, he signed for our academy. He signed for our academy. He never came in as a first team player. No, he signed for our academy and he played for the academy for maybe 6 to 12 months or so, and then accelerated up into the first team. But no, he wasn't a first team signing, Raheem Sterling. Roddy Dodge, we have a game in Norway against Leeds in pre-season. Okay. Yeah, saw that. Yeah, I've seen that. Finners Matty, will you be watching Liverpool's pre-season match against Preston? Yep, probably. Probably we'll do a little bit of that. We'll do it, as I say, we'll do at least 1 or 2 games of the top teams' pre-season fixtures. But the aim is always going to be that we'll do a game a day. So, yeah, we'll incorporate some of the pre-season games in. We'll incorporate. There's quite a bit of the women's Euros that's on as well in July, so we'll probably do some of the bigger games in that one, and then we'll do bits and bobs of different teams' pre-seasons. Plus, there's also, by the way, there's the Champions League and Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League qualifiers start in July as well. So you sit here and think, oh well, actually, there's not a lot of footy on. Actually, the qualifiers for the big tournaments start around July time as well. So you'll start to see all that happening. The first and second and third round qualifying games will start in July, and we'll keep going through those as well. Litigation, I was on about Dujan Sterling at Rangers. Normal guy, 3-2, France win this one. I think Germany. I've got a feeling Germany, just because of Deschamps leaving. I just don't know if it's going to be the same sort of intensity from this French side. Ronnie Dodge, I have Spain to win the Women's Euros. Spain's certainly the best team, aren't they, at the minute? I thought they played really well against England. England were crap the other day, England women. Daz Reynolds, who's winning the Under-21s Euros? Again, we'll be doing quite a bit of that. We're doing quite a few of the group stage games when they start next week. So, yeah, they start next week. We'll be doing a lot of them, and then I guess we'll see. We'll form an opinion throughout the tournament. But I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of top young players. The best of the best. We'll do a bit of scouting in that tournament, won't we? To see which players we need to be keeping an eye on over the next couple of years. So, yeah, if you fancy yourself as a bit of a scout and you want to see the best young footballers around, then you need to be watching the Under-21s Championship with me. Get liked, get subscribed. Again, just before kick-off, make sure you've liked and subscribed. If you haven't already, like and subscribe on YouTube. Please do so. Makes a massive difference. Jake, if Toon gets Elanga, Pedro and Gay and maybe Trafford, not impossible, 140 to 160 million, do you think we can get Champions League again? Elanga, Pedro. Oh, João Pedro. Elanga, João Pedro, Gay and Trafford. Yeah, I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility that you could get Champions League. I don't think it's beyond the realms of the let me say it again. I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility that you could get Champions League football next year. I just don't think you're going to get anywhere near the title. And I think those shouts were very, very premature. I think next season, if you scrape Champions League football by the skin of your teeth again, you'll have done well. Because you'll have Champions League footy to go through. Last season, you didn't have any European football, and you literally made it on the final day, having lost on the final day. And, you were pretty poor for the last few weeks. So I just think that Newcastle lead quite a bit, and I'm not sure that João Pedro... Elanga's a good signing, Gay's a good signing. Trafford, time will tell. João Pedro, I'm not sold on. João Pedro, I don't think is a very good signing for Newcastle. Especially if you sell Isak. If you sell Isak and you get João Pedro in, I think that's a downgrade. That's quite a significant downgrade as well. 24-year-old boy, UCL winners next year and Ballon d'Or for next year. I'd say Liverpool Champions League winners. The signing of Wirtz, the signing of Kirkes, Frimpong. I think we'll get more. We've started the summer transfer window stronger than anyone. And yeah, I can't see... I mean, Liverpool were only beaten on penalties by PSG. We were the team that ran PSG closest. So, yeah, I think Liverpool are the favourites. The last time Spurs beat the last time Spurs beat an English team in a European final, Liverpool won the European Cup the year after. That was in 1971. Spurs beat Wolves, and the year after, Liverpool won the European Cup. So, if you like omens, that is an omen for you. The last time Spurs beat an English team in a European final, Liverpool won the European Cup the year after. Right, we're off and underway here in Stuttgart, Germany and France. Let me know what you're thinking. Who's everyone rooting for? What's the predictions? Litigation, I've always liked the Italian shirts. Italian shirts are great, aren't they? Yeah. Like the Italian. I mean, to be honest, just recently, like I said, all of the kit manufacturers have just really stepped the game up. Every kit that I see. Even, have you seen the Port Vale kit? Have a look at the new Port Vale kit. It's like an anniversary shirt for Port Vale. I know it's really simple, but it's so clean. It looks unbelievable. Really like it. Twisty Mullets, predictions for this match and the final. I think Germany. I think France are the better team, but I think Germany take this. So I'm gonna go for 2-1 Germany. And the reason I say that is just because I've got a feeling that the way the French team are going to be under Didier Deschamps, now that Deschamps has announced he's leaving, it feels like we're just going to see France just decline ever so slightly. Finners Matty, do you know if Liam Delap is doing the Club World Cup or the Under-21 Euro? I think he's doing the Club World Cup. Yeah. Chance here for Germany. Real chance. Oh, should score. Really should score. 1-on-1. And it was a great save from Manya. It wasn't even a great save. It was straight at him. Who was that? Was that Voltermaid? I think it was Voltermaid. It was Wirtz who played the ball in. Wirtz with a lovely little reverse pass. Again, creating something out of nothing, the lad. And Voltermaid... Oh, this is brilliant. Must be. Oh, Germany have started really quickly. And it's gone straight across the face of goal. Really unlucky. And it's gone out for a goal kick. That was sensational play. It wasn't Florian Wirtz, actually. I think it was... Was it Podolski? It was Voltermaid with the shot. No, Podolski. Not Podolski. It wasn't Podolski. Podolski's not played for Germany in a while. Fulkrug. Where does Podolski come from? I think it was Fulkrug who knocked the ball in. It was a little reverse pass. And it was Voltermaid ran onto it. 1-on-1 with Maignan. Maignan just made himself big, but he just poor from Voltermaid. And it hit him straight at it. And then the ball got knocked out far to the other side. Florian Wirtz drills it across the face of goal. And I think it's Adeyemi who couldn't quite reach it. Now France are on the counter-attack at the other end. We've got a basketball going already here. Basketball type of game. Twisty Mullet, predictions for the final. I think Spain. I think Spain win that, and I think they win it quite comfortably. I'd go 3-1 Spain. Finners Matty, yeah, we've done Liam Delap. Liam Delap is going to the Club World Cup with Chelsea. Sexy Dexty, hello everyone, how are we all doing? I'm rooting for Germany this match. What's everyone else saying? I mean, quite a few different opinions coming in through the chat. Some people think France 4-2 was one of the shouts. I think Callum said that. I don't think we're going to get quite as many goals, but I do fancy Germany. Ronnie Dodge, I read, apparently Cunha is the fastest we've ever done a signing. Gotta back the Germans, can't stand the French. Cunha, I don't know if it's the fastest you've ever done a signing. I mean, how do you measure that? Where does it start? At what point does it start? 24 shit up boy, the clubs make so much money if they pull off the right kits, don't they, bro? Oh yeah, they make it. I mean, to be honest, if I'm really honest, they make a killing no matter. If the kit's terrible, people will wear it, won't they? But you get that audience who will wear the kit if it's really, really nice. Some will wear it like fashion, you know what I mean? It's so nice. Daz Reynolds, what's our new kit like? The home one, I mean, red, white stripes, same as all Adidas red Liverpool home kits. It's a lot like that one, actually. It is a lot like that one. It reminds me a lot of that. Germany are in again here. Chance must be. Oh, has he missed it? Oh, really unlucky. Really unlucky. Still Germany 0, France 0. Honestly, Germany should be at least 1-0 up. They should be at least 1 up. Again, another shot from Germany. Digne with the block. It's gone behind. I like that France kit. It's rare you don't get France wearing white shorts as well. It's all blue. All blue France kit. That's unusual, isn't it? It's usually white, blue and red, isn't it? The old tricolour, but they've gone all blue. Daz Reynolds, Ronnie Dodge, can't keep missing, could bite them. Well, we saw that, didn't we, in the France-Spain game. France started quite quickly and they kept missing chances. And then obviously, Spain just punished them. So maybe that's what we see here. Germany whipped the corner in. It's cleared away by France this time. Luca Dean on the counter. He's furthest one forward. 24-year-old boy Podolski giving you nightmares from his prime Arsenal days. I honestly don't know where Podolski came from. Don't know where just a mad shout. In commentary, started channeling ex-Arsenal players into my thoughts. Samir X69, I'm rooting for the Germans because they booed Cucurella and I can't stand Chelsea players. Ronnie Dodge, United launched their new kit on Thursday. Won't be surprised if it launches with Cunha in the shirt. Probably so. Yeah, probably. Litigation, French women over German women all day long. We're not going to say the last part of that. Thank you. Ronnie Dodge, I think they probably mean announcements from the end of the season. Oh, good save again from Maignan. Emiliano, good game from Germany so far. Yeah. Rubes, hey Key, my special friend, get them baps out. Not today, Rubes. Not today. We're being nice today. 3-star Reds. Come on, Mr. Marinakis. Florian Wirtz for Forest. Please, just need to give them Nottingham Castle, Fullerton Hall and 25 million and we can secure a deal. I don't know why this Florian Wirtz deal has rubbed everyone up the wrong way. Liverpool haven't spent for years. We've not spent any money for a while. It's not like Chelsea or City, but Liverpool seem to be getting loads of flack. Absolutely loads of flack for it at the minute. Callum, brilliant from Adeyemi. Emiliano has to be 1-0 Germany, maybe even 2-0. Ronnie Dodge, what's everyone having for dinner today? I've already had dinner. Honestly, it's surprising because most of the time I come on here, I've not had any dinner at all. But I knew because I'd be watching this and then we're doing the game tonight, I probably wouldn't get a chance to eat anything. I made a curry. Made a little curry at home. A homemade curry. It was nice. Like a jalfrezi. Or was it a Rogan Josh? I can't remember. Got a recipe. Made it. It was lovely. Very nice. Oh, please tell me that wasn't Florian Wirtz there. Oh, no, it's not. Florian Wirtz. There was a German player who went down off the ball. And I was panicking, thinking that might scupper the old Florian Wirtz deal. But no, it was Goretzka. Yeah, I've already had my dinner today, and I've got some Satsumas. Again, I've got my old trusty bag of Satsumas, so I'm probably going to be tucking into them throughout the game today. In fact, go on, I'll make a start on him. Sounds good. Got a toad in a hole. It's nasty. That you should see the doctor about that. Go see the doctor about that. Get some ointment for it. France still just knocking it around at the back, but Fulkrug pressing very well. Oh my God, here we go. Everton have joined the race for Jack Grealish. No talks have taken place between Everton and Manchester City, but Everton are aware of Jack Grealish's availability. How does this even make news? That is laughable, isn't it? This is from Mike Keegan, right? Mike Keegan of the Daily Mail, right? The Daily Mail have put out a story that says Everton have joined the race to sign Jack Grealish from Manchester City. That's your headline. Then it says No talks have taken place between Everton and Manchester City, but Everton are aware of Grealish's availability. Well, yeah, so am I. So am I. I'm not signing him. Everton are aware of Grealish's availability. Oh, and? Great. What does that even mean? Honestly, this is why you shouldn't even listen to these gossip rags. Absolute nonsense. Jake, winner, chicken dinner for me. Wanted beef, but looked crap when I went to Tesco last night. Got myself a 4-pack of Snickers as well because I couldn't walk past them. Bosh. 3-star Reds, 3-0 France. In the words of a famous comedian with a Premier League accent, they wrecked my chip shop. A famous comedian with a Premier League accent. Why do I not know that? They wrecked my chip shop. 24, cheer up, boy. Bro, look at Girona's new third kit. Are you going to add it to the collection? Maybe. I am going to be doing some... definitely going to be doing a new... a new selection of kits behind me for the new season. So, by the time... the new... For day one, we'll do it for day one of the Premier League campaign, whenever that is. Day one of the Premier League campaign, I will have 12 new kits behind me. And I don't know which ones they're going to be yet, but I have got a few that I want to put in there. That's really poor from France on the counter-attack. Here's Germany knocking it long. That's really poor. It's going to be a free kick. Adeyemi fouled by Luca Dean, and Luca Dean's going to get a yellow card. Sammy X69. Jake, I saw Leeds was signing Grealish yesterday. Honestly, I don't know how a player goes from £100 million just a few years ago, it feels like. I know he's won a treble since, he's won everything there is to win, and now we're talking about Leeds signing him. No disrespect to Leeds, but they have just come up to the Prem. Leeds and Everton should not be anywhere near Jack Grealish. Like, whatever you think of Jack Grealish, I don't think he's a terrible, terrible player. I think he's someone who should be playing for a team in and around the top 6, maybe. A team like Tottenham, a team like Newcastle, a team like Villa, again, maybe, if there was a way back for him at Villa. That's going to go behind. It's going to be a corner. Corner to the Germans, flicked away by Rabiot. Oh, a Liverpool accent, right, okay. They wrecked my chip shop. I don't know, is that like a meme or something? Or is that a video I've just not seen? A famous video I've not seen? Twisty Mullet, what was your favourite player to watch in the Prem this season? Again, I'm going to say, I'll say a Liverpool player and a non-Liverpool player. The Liverpool player that I most enjoyed watching in the Premier League this season was Ryan Gravenberch. I didn't know he had it in him, so it was like a wonderful surprise because I knew he could be okay. I knew he could be a decent signing for Liverpool at 40 million quid. I thought we'd get value out of him. But when I saw him last season, I was like, this guy's like this is basically Patrick Vieira in his prime. This is unbelievable what we're seeing here. And he tailed off in the second half of the season, basically about the time Liverpool did, to be honest. But he was so good. In that first half of the season, 6 or 7 months, we got an unbelievable amount of just worldy performances from him. So, yeah, I would say a player that I really enjoyed, non-Liverpool. Who did I really enjoy non-Liverpool? Do you know what? I know this isn't. It's, you know, people will say I'm a Man United hater and all this, but honestly, Matheus Cunha and Mbeumo. Matheus Cunha and Mbeumo, and that's why I'm so disappointed. If Manchester United go out and get them two, I will be very, very disappointed. Because they were two of my favourite players to watch in the Prem last season. Yeah. Cunha and Mbeumo. Loved them. So, yeah. I can give, despite what many would say, I can give balanced opinions on Manchester United. I can be complimentary to Manchester United. I haven't got a problem talking nicely about Manchester United. I'm not a total hater. I absolutely do think that Man United have pulled off a very, very good pair of signings there, if indeed they do get Mbeumo. Although I think if Thomas Frank does end up at Tottenham, there's a very real chance that Tottenham scupper that deal. Tottenham could get Mbeumo. 3-star Reds, Forest were linked with Jack Grealish as part of a deal with Gibbs White going to City. Yeah, now that would have been a good signing, I think, or at least a good deal for Forest if you could have got decent money for him. But obviously Gibbs White now doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Thankfully for Forest. 24 Shirot Boy, also bro, do a career mode on FIFA. People love that shit. Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of that. I don't know how I'd do it, to be honest. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of that. Maybe I could do. Maybe I could do a career mode. Litigation can't beat a good foul curry. Foul? You are joking me. Foul doesn't thank you for days after. I can't touch a foul. Vindaloo is like my... And even Vindaloo, I can't go anywhere near really, but occasionally I'll go to a Vindaloo if it's like... If they say it's a bit extra tomatoey. Or if you go to a curry house and you know that they make a mild... Oh, that's really poor defending from Germany, and that's going to be a penalty. I'm sure it is. Is it going to be a penalty? France are carrying on playing here, but I bet there's going to be a check. That looked like a pen all day. All day, every day. The game's still carrying on. And the French player is still down, but I tell you something, I think there might be a pen here. And it all came from a shocking piece of defending from Germany. A shocking piece of defending. Has he got back up now? I don't know. Has he got back up? No, he's knocked it out. He's still down. There's going to be a check. The referee's gone over to Kolo Muani. Kolo Muani's obviously saying that he got clattered here. It was horrific defending at the back from, I think it was just communication, you know. It was communication from Tar and Goretzka and the keeper, and then that's a penalty. That is a penalty. I am telling you, that is a penalty. It's Robin Koch. Kolo Muani gets to the ball first. It's one of those where Kolo Muani just creeps in behind him. No, the ref's not giving it. The ref hasn't given that. How's he not giving it? I thought that should have been a pen. Kolo Muani nipped in front of Robin Koch on the penalty, sort of the edge of the 6-yard box, and he nips in front of him, gets a touch on the ball, and Koch's just about to clear it away. Boots him through. He boots through Kolo Muani. It's one of those, we've seen it many, many times. That should have been a penalty to the French. That definitely should have been a pen, in my opinion. One second, 3-star Reds. Rubes, Big Dan Burn. Jake Grealish isn't short of options, put it that way. No, he's definitely not short of options, is he? But where will he end up? That's the big question. Ronnie Dodge, the one kit I'm after is United's third kit this season. It's an homage to the 95 season when Cantona kicked that Palace fan. I like it's the black one with the yellow stripes, the second kit, the away kit for United this season. If I wasn't a Liverpool fan, I'd get that. There's no way I'm going to get it, obviously, but it's a very nice kit. 24 Shirot Boy, the best player to watch was Lewis Skelly. You think the best player to watch for Arsenal was Lewis Skelly? Sexy XD, I seen something similar saying the A-League was bringing in Modric as a new marquee signing, but the actual post was basically just saying Modric is a free agent. Yeah, honestly, they'll make news out of anything, and that, do you know what? And that's what frustrates me with often with YouTubers as well, to be honest. You'll see YouTubers do like a big clickbait thumbnail, and you click on it, and it's happened to some YouTubers who I've like almost, you know, like I've watched regularly, and then you see the clickbait thumbnail, you click on it, and it's completely not what you thought it was or what they sold it to be. It's always really frustrating when you get that. Kind of lets you down a little bit. 3-star Red, Stan Boardman was the comedian who used to say, I don't like James, they bombed Archie. Oh, right, Stan Boardman, of course. Yeah, Stan Boardman, of course, yeah. Jake, Talker Spurs hijacking the Mbermo deal. Yeah, fully expect that with Thomas Frank going there. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Twisty Mullet, I'd say my favourite Prem player to watch was Isak. It's easier for me to say, though, because I'm not biased, as I don't support a Prem team. Who do you support, Twisty Mullet? Who do you support? Bilani Tahuma, the rivalry wouldn't be the same. Rubes, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Have I got a game on? I haven't got a game on tomorrow. What is tomorrow? What is tomorrow? I don't think we've got any footy on tomorrow. Oh, I know what you're saying. You're saying you're looking forward to tomorrow because there's no foot because I'm not on, aren't you? That's what it is. Shitbag. That's nasty. You caught me out there. Here's France going forward. Kolo Muani. Tchouaméni loses it. That's really poor. It's getting a lot. It's got really scrappy in the last few minutes. Here's Mbappe. Shot. Oh, good save. It was a good shot from the right-hand side. Ter Stegen tips it behind for a corner. Jake Toon linked with Grealish. Cass plus Grealish for Tino Livramento. Toon exploring loan deal and considering loan to buy. Grealish could end up anywhere, man. I think Livramento, he does end up at City, doesn't he? Livramento. I think he is going to go. In some way, shape or form. It's just about whether or not Newcastle can get a player or two in exchange. It wouldn't surprise me actually if Newcastle did get a couple of players in exchange. If you went and you said to Newcastle, to City, look, we're looking at why don't you go and get Savinho? Go and get Savinho from City. I think he'd be a decent signing for Newcastle. You need someone on that right hand side. If you told them we want Grealish and Savinho. And then you could move on. Or I'm sure that Oscar Bob, go and get Oscar Bob. What a signing he'd be for Newcastle. Here's Germany coming forward with Adeyemi. Here's Florian Wirtz. I was a claim for a foul there, and he's got a foul. Adeyemi with the original foul, so it's going to be a foul to Germany about 30 yards out. 24 Shut Up Boy, career mode ideas, live stream every episode, organically ending every stream around the same time, or record offline, do a voiceover for a shorter, more edited video. I mean, I'm not an editor. I hate editing. I absolutely hate editing. I'll do it, but not for a career mode. If I was doing a play along on FIFA, I'd probably just do it like just a general play along, like live. I'd jump on for a couple of hours and I'd do a play along, and that'd be it. Episode 1, here and there. But I honestly haven't got a lot of time. I haven't got a lot of time. I guess I could do it. Couldn't I? Maybe why I'm looking after the missus. I could do it then. Because I have to be where my missus is. I have to go and look. Well, she'll be recovering from surgery, so I have to stay with the missus. Rubes, you love the cock, don't you? You're with Prem Widow, hopefully. Yeah, I'll be with her, mate. I will be. Shot from distance. It's straight into the wall, and France clear it away. Honestly, every time I see that kit, France's kit, I just think Italy. It looks like Italy's kit, doesn't it? It's really putting me off. There's no white shorts and red socks. Ronnie Dodge, apparently we are very close to agreeing a fee with Brentford and already agreed personal terms. Yeah, personal terms for Mbermo is dead easy because you're paying him 5 times his salary. It's 50 grand a week he's on at Brentford. You're offering him 250 grand a week. So the personal terms is never ever really going to be an issue. It's always going to be the fee with Brentford. And from what everyone was saying, Brentford's opening reaction to that £45 million bid was like laughter, actually crying on the floor laughing. You're not getting Mbermo's left foot for 45 million quid. So yeah, I think you need to do closer to 65, 70 for him to really take it seriously. And I think there's a chance that Spurs could get involved at that level. Jake Lewis Skelly wasn't even the best left back. He wasn't even the best English left back. Poor Lewis Hall was. He wasn't even the best Lewis. Twisty Mullet, I support Barca. Been supporting since the 2019-20 season. So probably not the best time to start supporting them. Right, okay. I would have thought you were a bit older than that. How old are you? I mean, you don't have to tell me how old you are, but I would have thought you were a bit older than starting supporting a team in 2019-20. You give off a far more mature aura, let's say. But yeah, cool. Barcelona. We've got Razine who supports Barcelona. We've got Callum who supports Atletico Madrid. We've got quite a few supporters of Spanish teams, La Liga teams in our chat who regularly come in. Sammy X69, thoughts on Ribery and CR7's beef? Ribery was never going to win the Ballon d'Or. Ribery was never ever going to win the Ballon d'Or. The fact that he's still talking about it just shows how salty he is. He didn't do anywhere near enough to win the Ballon d'Or. Didn't he create like half what Messi and Ronaldo did in that season? So no, he's not. He was never close to those two. He was never ever close to Ronaldo or Messi. Half the player. Ronnie Dodge, wish your missus all the best with her surgery, mate. Cheers, man. Yeah, hopefully she's in and out. It might just be in and out same day with a bit of luck. But they've told her that, you know, if it's a little bit sketchy, she might have to stay in for a couple of nights. Which I guess wouldn't be the worst thing. I'll get a bit of peace and quiet at all. But we'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully she is in and out the same day. Because if she's in and out the same day, I can probably stream the day after. I can probably do a watch-along, maybe even the same day. She might be all right. Jake, wouldn't surprise if City pulled out the Tino deal, though. We won't sell for cheap. They will have to overpay. We bought Tino for 40 million. City will get better for value, and they won't pay 60 million plus. 60 million's a lot for Livramento. Yeah, it is a lot. This is the thing. I think Newcastle overpaid at 40 million. That's the thing. 40 million is probably about what his value is now. So they're not going to sell him just for that. Yeah, so you maybe you're right. I don't know. Ronnie Dodge, we definitely think we'll probably pay the same amount for Cunha. You'll have to pay the same. There's no way Brentford will look at it and go, you paid 70 million quid for him. He's as good as him. We want 70 million for Mbermo. 3-star Reds, Forest linked with both Harvey Elliott and Kwanzaa towards the end of the season. What kind of cash would Forest be looking at to complete a deal? Harvey Elliott, I think you're looking at upwards of 50. I think probably 50 for him. Do you know what, mate? I'd say you're honestly looking at around 80 million the per. 80 million the per. Kwanzaa is in the England squad. A very, very talented young centre-back. The problem with Jarrell Kwanzaa is he needs game time. And he's in and out of that Liverpool side. And at this particular moment in time, he is never, ever, ever going to get minutes ahead of Van Dijk and Konate and whoever else we sign at centre-back. He's probably third or fourth choice for Liverpool. But he is in the England squad. So for that reason, I think at 22, he's 22 and he's in the England squad. And he's played in Champions League games, big Champions League games for us. He's played in a Premier League title-winning side. I think you've got to command at least 30 to 40 for him. I think you've probably got to command the same sort of money that Cunha's going for Harvey Elliott. Again, young player, in and around that. He's in the England under-21s, but he's been at Liverpool a very long time, was once considered a wonder kid, and he's not really got the opportunities at Liverpool. But when he's come off the bench, he's always done really, really well. So I really like Harvey Elliott, and I like Jarrell Kwanzaa, and I'd keep both of them if I could, but I think Arne Slot has said to both of them that in an ideal world, you two need regular minutes, and you're not going to get them here. You're just going to get spurring minutes here and there, and because of that, I would strongly recommend you look for a move elsewhere. So I think you're probably looking at 80 million quid for Forest to get both Kwanzaa and Elliott, and if you got that, I think you'd be getting the better deal. Yeah, I think Forest would be getting the better deal out of that. Twisty Mullet, what's your favourite Streets Won't Forget player? Favourite Streets Won't Forget player? I don't know. I don't really know what that is, I guess. If we're just talking like Barclays men, like favourite, historic Premier League, Norberto Solano. If you're old enough, if you're of a certain age and you remember Nobby Solano in the Premier League for Newcastle and even for Villa, Nobby Solano was unbelievable. So yeah, I liked Nobby Solano. Obviously everyone goes to Morten Gamps Pedersen as well. Two guy was cool at Blackburn. Who else would I say? Janino. Janino at Borough. I'm really thinking now. Tell you who was one. Ilano for Manchester City. Before Manchester City got really, really, oil rich, Ilano Bloomer signed for Manchester City. He was a very talented midfielder. Germany are in here. Adeyemi. He rounds the keeper. That's a penalty. That must be a penalty. What's he give? Has he give the pen? Has he give it? I think he has. He's give the pen. Germany have got the penalty. Mike Maignan is raging. He's saying absolutely not. But it's going to be a penalty to Germany. It was a long ball over the top. Adeyemi, is he onside? I think he is. Yeah, I think he's on. There's no question about that. Luca Dean, half a foot back. He's playing him all onside. Adeyemi, great first touch. Rounds Mike Maignan. And I tell you something, I think this might be a dive. Maignan, it's a dive. He's not going to get that. That is going to get dragged back. That is 100% going to get dragged back for sure. VAR, penalty check. And I'll tell you something. If he does rule this out and he gives no pen, which he should do, by the way, he has to book Adeyemi. That's not a penalty. That is not a penalty. That is not a penalty. I'm telling you, it's not a penalty. Never, ever a penalty. Does he give it? He can't give that. He can't give that penalty. You've got to rule this out, ref. It's a clear dive. Maignan doesn't touch him. Nagelsmann is obviously being very, very animated on the touchline. He's screaming at the linesman and saying, but there's no way you can give that. There's still an ongoing check here. The ref's just done this, which would indicate, I don't know, maybe if they're looking at the offside again. I don't know if they're still checking the offside. He wasn't offside. There was absolutely not offside. But when he gets through, he rounds Mike Maignan and then he dives over the top of it. Maignan doesn't touch him. There's no touch from him. Now, at first glance, it looked like a penalty. I've got to say, from the angle that we see on the telly, it looked like a penalty. Obviously, the referee thought that from behind as well. And here you go. He's going to go and have a look at it. That means no penalty. There's no way this gets given. Litigation, best England captain ever. And you're probably talking, you're going all the way back, aren't you, to your Bobby Moore and all those days. But if I'm really honest, I think I always quite like Terry as England captain. It's a dive. It's a clear dive. That is a dive, ref. You can't. Honestly, I can't believe you're taking more than one look at this. That image as well is so. It's a dive. He literally jumps off the floor. It's a dive. It's a clear dive. Come on, ref. Here we go. One of them. No penalty. What's he doing? Free kick and a yellow card. There you go. Free kick and a yellow card for Adeyemi. You're damn right. Yellow card for the dive. There you go. Adeyemi booked. No foul, no penalty. Clear dive. Adeyemi booked. That's the right thing. That is the right decision. And Deschamps is looking at Nagelsmann and saying, come on. Of course it is. That's the right decision. That is the right decision. Best England captain. I think maybe John Terry. As a player, I always felt like we had a leader going out on the pitch. Obviously, what he got up to off the pitch was far from leadership. So maybe not Terry then. I don't know. Beckham. No, Beckham was a good captain. For a spell, Beckham was a good captain, wasn't he? Yeah, Beckham was a good captain. I quite liked Beckham as England captain. So we'll go with Beckham. We'll go with Beckham. Shearer was a good England captain as well. Shearer, I always liked Shearer at the Euros and France '98. I think was the England captain then. Or was that Tony Adams? I can't remember who was England captain in France '98. I think it was Tony Adams, wasn't it? Rubes, what's the surgery? She's having a gallbladder out, mate. Yeah, she's having a gallbladder out. Cheer up, boy. Why were England so boring to watch yesterday? How are we going to win the World Cup? I just think Thomas Tuchel has been really poor, hasn't he? He's just not quite got it right. The strategy, the setup, the lineup. I can't believe he put Curtis Jones at right back. I'm not sure why Jordan Henderson is in that midfield. As much as I like Jordan Henderson, I think it's quite obvious that there's question marks about the attitude of some of the players and even maybe the group of players on the pitch, off the pitch. The fact that Jordan Henderson still needs to be around that squad suggests to me that there's real concern. Oh, Germany must be. Wirtz off the post. Oh, really unlucky for Germany, and that's going to be offside, surely. Yeah, it is offside. I think it was. Florian Wirtz has just hit the post. Oh, really unlucky. Very, very well worked move by the Germans. Laid off to Florian Wirtz. And a lovely little shot. Totally wrong foot to the keeper. And it's just off the far post. Unlucky from Florian Wirtz, causing a lot of problems for the French. But yeah, I think there's an attitude problem with England. There's an attitude problem. And I think that's why Thomas Tuchel, Gareth Southgate, they're all still so keen to keep players like Jordan Henderson around the first team. Players who will set standards. Players who will not allow that to fester in the squad and will shout and moan at players and say, come on, that's ridiculous, you've got to do better. Raise standards across training and everything. Samir X69, you should upload more videos, like analysis or just speaking your thoughts about the match. That'll get a lot of reach, important matches. I know, mate, I need to do better with videos. At the minute, I'm just killing the lives. I'm doing at least 1 or 2 lives every single day, but I do need to do more with the videos. And yeah, I need to do better with that. So that is the plan over the next couple of months, to start building in some more videos as well. Ronnie Dodge, I really like Cunha, but I know what the fan base are like. They can be very toxic. That's what worries me. Well, he can be, can't he? Matheus Cunha is not a player who, you know, he's got a bit of a reputation for being a bit of a, you know, head the ball, a bit mental himself, a bit unpredictable, a bit of a loose cannon. You know, he kind of, what was that? He shoved the old guy or pushed the old guy in the face. The Ipswich, was it Ipswich? I can't remember who it was, what team it was, but he's always been a little bit of a bit volatile. Maybe that's the word I was going for. Volatile, a little bit unpredictable, and not in a good way. So yeah, you never know what that's going to result in at Manchester United. He could end up fantastic. He could end up being like an absolute hero, or he could end up training with the reserves in 6 months' time. Jake, sporting director who leaves next week, said we overpaid for Hall, £28 million, and Tino 37 bargains now in Toon fans' eyes. The more you watch of them, the better they get. Can't believe they play for Newcastle. I think that's excessive. That is excessive to say that. Come on, Jake. You've still paid 65 million quid for 2 young players, neither of whom are in the England squad. Correct me if I'm right. So, you know, I'm not going to say that they're terrible players, but they're also probably not wonderful, unbelievable world-class talents either. You know, you're in the Champions League, you've got to expect you're signing decent players at this level, and 65 million quid for 2 players who aren't really in the England squad is about the going rate. Ronnie Dodge, that French kit needs to break up in colour, it's too blue. Jake Hatton, Ben Arfa, Streets won't forget. 24 Shirot Boy, Yannick Bolasie, the Streets will never forget. Yep, absolutely. Not Bolasie, Ben Arfa, Tarapt at QPR. These are Streets won't forget players. Ronnie Dodge looks more like a dive than Tom Daly. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Reese, good to see you. How's it going? Litigation. As an ex-submariner, I would be proud of that dive. Not submariner, it's submariner, isn't it? Idiot. What am I talking about? 3-star Reds, Tom Daly at his finest. Jake, no way a good captain. You have to lead by example, as good as Terry was. Hacking other players' wives isn't leading by example, it's leading by his mushroom. Rube, Shearer and Adams were the best two. Beckham's was better at captain for England than Shearer, and I'm a Toon fan. Yeah, I think Beckham was great. I mean, you always think back to Terry Butcher, yeah. Terry Butcher, but Terry Butcher lives off that image, doesn't he? That image of Terry Butcher lives through. Bloody hero against Sweden, iconic image, yeah, exactly. Substop, England are similar to United. I think that, yeah, the dressing room, it's just full of players who seem to think they're better than they actually are. Trent Alexander-Arnold being prime example. Thinks he's going to win a Ballon d'Or at right back. Needs to have a day off, the lad. Reese, who is this Wirtz guy? Hasn't heard of him before. Ronnie Dodge, England is missing a player like Maguire. Oh, France are flying down the right-hand side here. Jake, Terry Butcher has to be considered. He was the first I thought of, but digging deep, I have to say Beckham. Yeah, I would go Beckham. Ethan, get Adeyemi off the pitch. That was a shocking dive, wasn't it, Ethan? Daz Reynolds, will you be doing player ratings for Reds games? I'm kind of torn. I'm debating whether or not to do player ratings videos as a completely separate thing. I mean, I guess that might make sense. That's what a lot of the other channels do, isn't it? Honestly, like I want to make a video that's concise and like alive that everyone enjoys without it going over the top, because it feels like some channels will just do a video for the sake of doing a video. Do you know what I mean? It's not really me. But I'll see. I'll listen to you. I will listen to you. I'll be guided by you. If you tell me you want to do a video on this or this and this, then we'll do them. But there's lots of videos planned. Yes. Ronnie Dodge, Ipswich, Cunha took the guy's glasses off and apparently he's only had one red card in his career. Jake, will you get yin and yang with Cunha? He'll be great at stages, but it will end in tears. I do think there's a chance he's training with the kids by the end of the season in some way. He'll have annoyed Amorim or whoever the replacement for Amorim is. 24 Shirot boys, are you ready to see Robin van Sesko cook? Sesko. Like I said, Sesko, good player, but I think you're pissing in the wind a little bit if you think that Sesko's going to come in and change everything for this Arsenal team. He's not going to take you to the title. 3-star Red, Shearer, Lineker, great players, but totally biased pundits. Gary Neville always too much to say as a player and took that talent with him when he became a pundit. I know, but pundits have to say. I mean, what, like, you know, when you're thinking of good pundits, who would you say? I mean, 3-star Reds. You know, you brought it up in terms of punditry. Who would you say are good pundits? Who would you, in your opinion, who are the good pundits? Because to me, they all have too much to say, and that, I mean, look at Christ, I've got too much to say. That's the point, isn't it? You've got to have a bit of an opinion on everything and be able to express it relatively articulately, and be able to back it up as well. You've got to also, I think, as a viewer, be able to watch the ones that are doing it for clickbait, the ones that are doing it to wind you up, the ones that don't actually believe what they're saying. They're just saying it to try and get views. And the ones that actually do have the interesting opinions. Like, you look at Rio Ferdinand is an absolute prime example of that. Rio Ferdinand, I don't think he believes half of what he actually says. He just says it because he knows it gets a reaction. Wirtz with the corner, cleared away again by France. Voltamade flicks it on. Germany, chance here, must be 1-0. What's he give? Offside, handball, what's he give? Does he give offside? Does he give handball? I don't know. There's going to be a check. Oh, yeah. It's like that. Like that. He definitely got handball there. Jake, I totally understand how people haven't seen how good Tino or Hall has been yet, but it will come though. Tino has played for England. Hall was going to be called up 3 days before he got injured. Yeah, Tino and Lewis Hall are good players. It's not that I haven't seen them, mate. I've watched a lot of Newcastle. We've done quite a lot of Newcastle games on here. I just don't think that they are... Like, if you're naming your top 5 right backs, your top 5 left backs in the world, are you putting Tino and Lewis Hall in there? And if the answer's no, then 65 million isn't cheap. And that's my point. If you're saying that Lewis Hall and Tino Livramento are in the top 5 in their position, right back and left back, then £65 million. Oh, it's a goal. It's France. It's Mbappe. He's done it. It's 1-0. That's unbelievable. It's swung over to the far post. Mbappe takes it down, cuts in onto his right foot, and it's 1-0 France. There you go. Kylian Mbappe puts him in front. Bang on half-time. It's 2 minutes to half-time. And there you go. The French are ahead. It's that man again. It's that man again. And do you know what? I've got to say, I actually think Ter Stegen should have done a little bit better on this. I think Ter Stegen should have done a bit better on this. It was swung over from the left-hand side. He takes it down really, really well. Cuts in. Who he beats there? Kimmich. I think Kimmich's got to do better. If you've got Kylian Mbappe there, he's only got one move. He's got one move. It's cut in on his right foot. And Kimmich, oh, you've got to do better. Maybe I'm a bit harsh with Ter Stegen because he gets a big hand on it. He gets a very big hand on it, Ter Stegen. And he doesn't keep it out. It goes in off the far post. Mbappe 1-0. I'm disappointed. I am very, very disappointed there with Kimmich. But yeah, coming back to that, Jake, if you think that you're saying that Lewis Hall and Tino Livramento, £65 million, great deal for the pair of them. If they don't make it in the top 5 in their position, for me, I think that's then 65 million quid is about the going rate for fullbacks. For those two, I mean, like look at what Kerkez is going for. Look at what Kerkez has gone for. Look at what Frimpong's gone for. We've got Kerkez and Frimpong for 70 million quid. You're not going to convince me or anyone else that Livramento and Lewis Hall are better than Kerkez and Frimpong. You're just not. You're just not going to do it. Ronnie Dodge, if any club is thinking of buying Garnacho, should come with a warning sign. He might not do social media posts when it's not going his way. I know it's... Mate, you say not going his way, though. I think Garnacho has been treated a little bit unfairly by United. I think he's been arguably one of United's great or bright sparks. In a poor season or a poor couple of seasons, I think he's been a bright spark for United. And what we've seen is United repeatedly dropping him. And yeah, I question why that is. I do question why that is. Jake, why don't you do transfer rumour videos? It might attract other fans. Obviously, don't pretend you're in the know like some. Just copy what's being reported like a lot do. I know, but isn't that again, that's frustrating to me. Like a video where you're talking about a particular transfer rumour, is that not... I'm trying to stay true to the values of Premier League Dad. I don't want to do just like, I'm doing that. He's done that video for views. You know, I know we're all doing stuff for views ultimately, but still, I don't want to game the system by just posting crap. So I've got to draw a line somewhere. Maybe I'll dabble. Maybe I'll try and see what works, but I don't want to take the piss either. Callum, how's this still 0-0? Well, it's not 0-0 anymore. Sorry, I should have caught that up. 24, Shirot boy, do you reckon Mbappe will have 3 shots on target next half? No, I don't. And now I think that when France have scored, I think Germany come back into it in the second half. Litigation, I am biased, so Ali McCoist is my favourite pundit. I like Ali. Every game that's got Ali McCoist on is better, isn't it? Adama, Stevie Warnock, great pundit. Behave yourself. Stephen Warnock's a shocking pundit. Ronnie Dodge, if Bruno does leave United down the line, De Ligt would be my choice to be the new captain. Assuming he can stay fit. He's never fit, De Ligt. Reece, he's played bad all game and he's the one who scored. Classic Mbappe. Exactly my point. City won't pay what Toon wants. We won't sell to make a loss. You're going to get better at that value. Don't think they're best in the world. Far from it, but definitely go unnoticed by a lot, says Jake. Reece Crown saw Kieran Tierney is better than Kirk. Nobody believes that. Right, there you go. Half-time, Germany 0, France 1. Kylian Mbappe with the goal. Pretty much bang on half-time. Pretty disappointing goal, I think, for Germany to concede. I think if you're Julian Nagelsmann, you're probably looking at that and asking better from from Kimmich, Joshua Kimmich. I think he should have done better to defend against Mbappe on that one. The ball got swung over from the right-hand side. Mbappe takes it down. And squaring Kimmich up, Kimmich has to send him down the line. He has to send him down the line. And what happened was he didn't. He left him open his body up, cutting on his right foot, his stronger foot, and he smashed it in to the far corner. Ter Stegen got a hand on it, but couldn't quite keep it out. 1-0 to France, in off the far post. And I wonder where we go from here in the second half. Jake, I'd take Lewis Hall over Kirkes. Not sure on Frimpong yet. I think you'd be in the minority with Lewis Hall over Kirkes. 3-star Reds, Ali McCoist. Love what he brings to the table during games and always brings a bit of history on the city, what he has learnt before the game. Ali McCoist is a very, very likeable, very good neutral, isn't he? And I think he appeals a lot. In fact, I think, do you know what? I would apply this to pretty much any Scottish pundit. English football fans don't really take much offence to Scottish pundits because it's almost like, well, we know that you're not biased against us. We know that you prefer, Rangers or Celtic or Aberdeen or Kilmarnock or whoever it is you like. Nobody really, the Scottish pundits, like, for example, like Boyd. Boyd does a lot of commentary, doesn't he? Who else does quite a bit of commentary? Scottish pundits. Boyd does quite a bit. Obviously, used to be, back in the day, it used to be like Craig Burley and stuff like that. He used to do quite a bit. I'm really trying to think now. Who've we missed? But yeah, Scottish pundits, Irish pundits, they're like non-offensive, aren't they? Like when Gary Neville or Jamie Carragher's on commentary, if it's Liverpool against someone or Man United against someone and Gary Neville's on commentary, every other fan's like, you wouldn't say that if you're not a Man United fan. Whereas Ali McCoist says the exact same thing and it's like, yeah, fair enough, good point. People often can't argue the argument, they always argue the arguer. And the arguer, in this case being Ali McCoist, is just, it doesn't matter what he says. I think he's brilliant. Callum Mbappe doesn't look right in the 9. He's a winger. Scored off the left there. Yeah, and this is what Real Madrid need to do. Real Madrid need to find a way to get Vinny and Mbappe on the wings. Or sell Vinny and put Rodrigo on the wings. I actually think they're making a mistake by selling Rodrigo. They'd be better off selling Vinny. But they're going to have to try and find a way for Mbappe and Vinny to coexist in that team. And they go and get a centre forward. Jake, I have people on here and TikTok like a guy called Luke Briggs. I go there in the morning and at night just to see what's been reported. Quicker and easier to stay plugged in, mate, which you are. Okay. Well, okay. Maybe I will. I'll give it a go. Thank you for the advice, Jake. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Emiliano, undeserved for France. Germany now, 6.0 on Betfair. Worth a punt at that price. I think I took France. I think I took France to win. Did I take France? I'm sure I took France to lift the trophy. France to lift the trophy. Let me see. Did I? Sure I did. Which, do you know what? Having seen the game, I would have loved to change that, but I'm made up that France have gone ahead. I really, really thought that we'd see the Germans win it after watching that first half. But up to this point, Germany are getting beat. So I need France to win. I didn't know this, but I need France to win now. Twisty Mullet, I've been disappointed in Barca fans recently. I just went into a watch-along and every Barca fan except me was hating Ter Stegen. He just came back from an ACL injury. Wonderful keeper, Ter Stegen. Wonderful keeper. I thought he was brilliant against Portugal. Litigation, Chris Boyd is a good pundit, agree. Yeah, very, very good pundit. I'm trying to think of other Scottish pundits because all the ones I'm thinking of are like back in the day, like your Alan Hansons and your Gordon Strachan. Quite a few of the older Scottish pundits. Right. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Right. Let me do let's do a quick update on the Premier League news coming in. Manchester City have bid for Martin Fernandes of Porto. Obviously, it's looking like Tino Livramento won't go ahead, actually, Jake, based on what we were talking about earlier. They've now looked at Martin Fernandes of Porto as an alternative right-back option. TalkSport are promoting that Newcastle are interested in Jack Grealish. Magpies are believed to be keen on signing Jack Grealish on loan, with the England winger accepting his Manchester City career is over. If they make a move, Eddie Howe's men will face competition from Napoli, Serie A champions, who also admire the 29-year-old. Okay. Interesting. Let me go and get a towel. Right, apologies for the delay. What we're saying? Twisty Mullet, would you rather see Liverpool win their 21st Premier League title next season or see United get relegated next season? Always Liverpool, mate, always. I don't care what happens to United. If Liverpool are winning things, I don't give a monkeys what happens to United. United can do what they want. If Liverpool are winning league titles, United can, finish wherever they want. I don't mind. They can finish second. They can finish second for me next season. If you offered me that, if you said to me, I tell you what, next season, Liverpool can win the Premier League, but Man United have to finish second, win the FA Cup, and win the League Cup, I'd be like, yes, sound. Great. In fact, that'd be better. I'd love that. That'd be perfect. Because it means we've beat them to a league title. So I'd be happy with that. No problem. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd prefer it if they finished like 16th. but yeah, if it means that Liverpool win the league title, I don't care. I don't care where United finish. Zero Requiem. I saw on X that Greedy Leverkusen rejected £113 million bid. That'll get done. That is pretty much done and dusted, mate. There's no way that Liverpool and Leverkusen don't agree a deal at this point. It's just Leverkusen squeezing Liverpool for all they're worth, and they will. And Liverpool will go a little bit further, but it's getting to a point where they'll say that's our final offer, and Leverkusen will just go, fine, all right, fine. We've pushed our luck as far as we can. That's part and parcel of negotiation, isn't it? There's always a little bit of to-ing and fro-ing. And sometimes this is all planned out, by the way. People forget this is often all planned out. So, like, Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen might have met up in, like, a fee can be agreed actually quite quickly. It doesn't have to always be done formally. It can be done like over a phone or over a meeting, a virtual meeting, or, sometimes it's done that way. And then what they'll say is, right, Leverkusen will say, look, we're selling our absolute prized possession here, right? So what we want to do is create the impression to our fans that we've got good value out of you, right? We don't want to get taken for a ride. We don't want the impression that our fans think Leverkusen get taken for a ride here. So what we're going to ask that you do is, let's agree a fee, and we'll agree now that fee is £115 million, right? The fee's 115. They agreed that a couple of weeks ago. And then what happens is this whole circus of Liverpool have bid 110, Leverkusen reject it. Liverpool bid 113, Leverkusen reject it. All that is just circus. It's all fluff. It's all nonsense. It's just to give the impression that Leverkusen are knocking back offers, and then eventually they accept one. Liverpool fans are all made up and fantastic, and Leverkusen fans feel like their club have scores an extra £5 or £6 million out of a top team for one of their best ever players. Everyone wins. Litigation, loved Alan Hansen. He got treated badly by Scotland after one mistake. Which mistake was that? Was that the one was that the one with Danny McGrain and the what was the? I remember I think I know what you're on about. So was it 78 World Cup that Archie Gemmill and Holland? Was it Archie Gemmill and Holland? I think that was the game, wasn't it, where Alan Hansen made a big mistake. Ali McLeod. Mickey Mouse wears an Ali McLeod watch. Finners Matty, who do you think will be the shock team next season? The shock team next season. I think the shock team next season will be Spurs. Yeah. I think Spurs move the highest in terms of from league position last season to league position this season. I think Spurs will be the biggest shock. So I'll say the biggest improvers will be Spurs and the biggest droppers will be Forest. No offence to 3-star Red, by the way, if you're still in there. I do think Forest will fall away a little bit. Just with the extra burden of European football, potentially. I think Newcastle actually as well could be another one. Newcastle, Forest, both of those, it wouldn't surprise me if they finished maybe 1 or 2 places, maybe 2 or 3 places lower than what they did last season. I'll tell you something, Brentford as well, losing Thomas Frank, losing Mbermo, and maybe losing Johan Wisser as well. If they lose those 3, I know they've just signed Quaveen Kelleher, who is a very, very good signing for them, but I'd be interested to see what happens with Brentford and who they replace those players with. And the manager, of course. I think if they go and sign Kieran McKenna, that's a very silly statement from them. A very, very silly decision. Zero Requiem. I want Liverpool to stand our ground. Keep the Wirtz fee as low as possible so Erik ten Hag will not buy Man United rejects and rebuild United squad with our money. Erik ten Hag's not signing any United rejects. I don't know if any Man United players would want to go and work with Erik ten Hag. He's made up to get away from him. I don't think he's going to be delighted to get many United players into Leverkusen. They don't want to, toxify the atmosphere up there. 24, Shillock Boy, in your opinion, bro, what is the perfect front 3 for Arsenal? Be honest. The perfect front 3? I don't know what you mean. Like right now? Out of the front 3 that you've got is... Or just, do you mean like... I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I think the perfect front 3 for Arsenal would be to go and get Isak. Yeah. There's not many other centre... Or Harry Kane. Or Darwin Núñez. Any of them 3. I think any of those 3 improve Arsenal. If you went and got Isak, if you went and got Darwin Núñez, if you went and got Harry Kane, if you went and got maybe Osimhen, I'd be quite concerned about. Julian Alvarez, I would be incredibly concerned about. If you go and sign... Or, do you know what? Even Ollie Watkins. I actually think Arsenal would be better off signing Ollie Watkins than Sesko. I'd be more... As a Liverpool fan, I would be more concerned if you signed Watkins than Sesko. Sesko doesn't worry me. Gyökeres doesn't worry me. Zubamendi doesn't worry me. Liverpool will finish above Arsenal if you sign the likes of Zubamendi, Gyökeres, Sesko, that's fine. Even Rodrigo. That doesn't overly concern me at all. Finners, where do you think Garnacho will go? I'm hoping he doesn't go to Chelsea because I really rate Garnacho. I think there's a player in there. I'm hoping he doesn't go to Chelsea because Chelsea have got 19 wingers and they don't need him, but they are looking at him. They're looking at Gittins. Yeah, I don't think Chelsea will be a good place for Garnacho. Again, if I'm really honest, I think Garnacho would suit Arsenal. Arsenal are talking about players that they're going to be bringing in and whatever. Garnacho would be a better signing than Rodrigo, in my opinion. Value for money. Get him for half the fee. I think he's just as good. Or can be just as good, maybe. Zero Requiem. Voltamade on a cheap would be good business for Liverpool. He's not my type of player. He's alright, but not. I don't think he's someone Liverpool need better than Voltamade. Litigation, Ali McLeod, what a nutter he was. I know, yeah. That interview he gave, was it 78? He gave that interview and he was like, when I say Scotland are going to win the World Cup, I'm not just saying it. I actually believe it. Oh, absolute quality. Right, here we go. Undav's coming on for... Is it for Voltamade? Or... Yeah, Nick Voltamade off. Dennis Undav on... No, Dennis Undav on. On. Not on. On. Right, so we're ready to go here. Kylian Mbappe is also about to come back on. Zero Requiem. Voltamade, in my opinion, is a Crouch regen. He's nowhere near as good as Crouchy. Crouchy was a ledge. Loved Crouchy. It's very rare that Liverpool sign a centre-forward and he goes 15 or 16 games without a goal and the fans still absolutely love him. Like, still cheer for him and everything. So good. Right, we're off and underway for the second half here. Who's going to finish third in the UEFA Euro Nations League? Which one do we think? France are 1-0 up. Germany were probably the better team. Well, not probably. Were the better team in the first half. Of that, there is no doubt. They have made a change at half-time. Undav coming on for Voltamade. But France coming down the left-hand side here. Thuram cleared away by Germany. And it was Kimmich. Of all people. If you haven't already yet, by the way, please also go and follow me on X. You can find me on X at the PL Dad, or you can just search Premier League Dad. But go and find me on X. We can do some chatting on football generally. I retweet good stuff that I find and all that relevant football stuff. France are in. Oh, unlucky. Really, really sharp play again by Kylian Mbappe down the left-hand side. Should have really put France 2-0 up. And he could have had 2 goals either side of half-time there. France missing another big chance. Lots and lots of big chances here. Oh, it's wonderful play. Germany are in. Oh, it's fabulous defending. Who was that? Loic Barda's going to get it away, but it wasn't him. Who was defending that at the back? I don't know who that was, but I tell you whoever it was absolutely brilliant. I think it might have been Tchouaméni who dropped in to centre-half. Mbappe got it wrong at the other end of the pitch. Let me just double-check. I want to see who this was. It was Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni's just done a sensational bit of defending there. Admittedly, it was on Fulkrug, who hasn't got the most pace, but Tchouaméni did unbelievably well to get back goal side and keep him out. Really, really sharp defending from Aurélien Tchouaméni. Oh, that's poor play, and that might be handball here. There might be a red card coming here. Kylian Mbappe is fuming. He's fuming. That might have been a red card. I tell you something. There's a German. If this goes out of play, there's going to be a check. The ball was going through. Kylian Mbappe was about to run onto it, and I don't know which German defender it was, but it looked like a handball on the halfway line, and Mbappe would have been in behind 1-on-1. Now, if this gets given as a handball, it's almost certainly a red card. Oh, and there's another penalty claim from Karim Adeyemi. He's a right diver, him, isn't he? He's a proper diver. Long ball over to Mbappe here. Great touch. Shot. Great block. There is still a check ongoing, I'm led to believe. Kolo Muani. No, cleared away by Germany. Hung up to the far post for Wirtz. Wirtz passes it back. pace from Mbappe is just incredible. Oh, Adeyemi should do better. Cleared away by Germany. I still can't believe they're not going to check this. Honestly, Adeyemi should get a red card. He should have had a second yellow for diving. He should be off him. First yellow for diving, second yellow for diving. He should be off. He should be off the pitch. "24, Shillock boy, Tchouaméni is one of 6 Real Madrid players with a £1 billion release clause. He's a wonderful player, Tchouaméni. I really like him." Jake Fabramano has just said the Tino deal to Man City is on standby and complicated. Won't be done before the Club World Cup because Toon won't reduce £70 million asking price. I said 60. Told you so. Yeah, exactly. No, I know. I think it gets done if City and Newcastle can agree on Part X players. If they can't, then obviously, yeah, straight cash deal is probably not going to be worth it because he's not worth 70 million, is he? He's not worth 60 million. So unless Tino Livramento kicks up a fuss, which again is infinitely possible, it wouldn't be a surprise if Livramento said, "I want to leave. I want to go and play for the potential champions, a team that's going to offer me an opportunity to win more things." Wouldn't be a surprise. 3-star Reds, Stuart Psycho Pearce after his penalty against Spain in Euro 96 at Wembley. Iconic image. I love that story about Stuart Pearce and Clough, where he comes back into the dressing room. He comes back into the Nottingham Forest dressing room. He's been England captain. And he comes back into the Forest dressing room and he says, Clough says to him, "Now then, how did you think you played on Wednesday, skipper?" And he goes, "Yeah, gaffer, yeah, I think I played all right." And Clough goes, "Well, I thought you were shite, wasn't he, lads?" And then he tries to get him to mend the iron because he had the business, didn't he? He had the business about repairing. He was an electrician, wasn't he, by trade, Stuart Pearce? Love that story. Mark Crossley tells it very well. Again, another great Nigel Clough story. Brian Clough. Nigel Clough. Germany are in here. Could be 1-1, and it is. It is. Is it going to be a foul? Didier Deschamps is claiming a foul. He's give the goal. It's Dennis Undav here. It's Dennis Undav who... The goal is going to stand up to this point, but Rabiot has gone down, and all the French players are surrounding the referee. Rabiot's gone down. They're claiming a foul. Let's see what happens. Keeper plays the ball out. That's a foul. You can't give that. Again, I like Germany. I want Germany to win, but you can't do that. You can't do that. No, I'm sorry. You can't do that. That is a foul. That should be a foul, and it should be ruled out. The goal should be ruled out here. Is there going to be a check? I mean, there is going to be a check. Whether or not it gets sent for dangerous and obvious, clear and obvious, I don't know. But there is going to be a check. Maybe they can't check. I don't know what the parameters are for things like this. Like, at what point can the assistant say... Like, what's clear and obvious? Do you know what I mean? Like, what... It is a foul, though. If you're watching this, Rabiot... The ball gets played out by Maignan into Rabiot, right? Rabiot has got a player on his back. He's literally... Oh, here we go. They're going to go and check it. That is going to get ruled out. It is going to get ruled out. The referee's going to go and take a look at the monitor here to see. But Rabiot receives the ball on the half turn, and as he turns away, Fulkrug comes in and just kind of jumps into him. Rabiot falls over. It is a foul. Fulkrug gets none of the ball. He gets none of the ball and jumps into Rabiot and shoves him as well. Rabiot falls over. Undav immediately picks the ball up, one-on-one with the keeper, and he scores. So, yeah, you got to rule this out. I'm sorry. I'm all for fairness, and I would quite like I'd quite like Germany to win for Florian Wirtz's sake. However, I think in the interests of football, that should be ruled out. I don't want to see goals like that given. I don't want to see goals like that given at all. I think that has to be a turnover. But the referee's having a good long look at it, I'll tell you that. He's having a good long look at it. He's having a think. This is probably the 5th or 6th time that they've replayed it. More like 10th or 11th, actually. He just keeps looking at the same still, the same image. He gets none of the ball, ref. What are you looking at? What are you looking for? He gets none of the ball and clatters into Rabiot. It's definitely a foul. Has to be a foul. Here we go. Foul. Yeah. Free kick. Goal ruled out. And I'll chalk it off on YouTube. There you go. Germany 0. France 1. Füllkrug and Kimmich absolutely raging. They are not happy with the referee's decision. But it's been corrected. I think it was the right decision from the referee, I've got to say. He's made 2 incorrect decisions in this game. And VAR has saved him. And this is... Listen, for all we say about VAR, for all we say VAR's wrong, VAR's wrong, the referee has got 2 things wrong in this game. He had a penalty to Germany. Karim Adeyemi, dove, clear dive over Mike Maignan, clear dive, and Germany would have been 2-0 up in this game, maybe 2-1 up in this game, if not for VAR. And for that reason, we have to be thankful for VAR. This is where I feel like VAR doesn't get any praise, doesn't get any acknowledgements, because that is exactly what it's used for. That's exactly where it should work, and it has. We can all agree. Even if you're a German fan, Emiliano, I'm sure, will be back in the chat later. Emiliano's our resident German fan, our Bochum fan. I'm sure he will acknowledge that Adeyemi's was a dive, and I think he will also acknowledge that was probably a foul as well. It is just getting a little bit feisty here now, though, in Stuttgart. 24, shut up, boy. Do you think Liverpool will build a new stadium or what? No, Liverpool aren't building a new stadium. Not at all. Not at all. Callum goals flowing now. Emiliano, Auf geht's Deutschland, kämpfen und siegen. I don't know what that means, but I'll say it anyway. Auf geht's Deutschland, kämpfen und siegen. Here's France coming forward. Could be 2. Oh, just wide. Just wide from Ryan Cherky, my mate Cherky, to give him his full title. Disappointing. The Emiliano foul for sure. You called it. Copper, sorry. Mbappe on the left wing is way better than a striker. Couldn't agree more, mate. He has to be left wing, doesn't he? Has to be left wing. It's a bit like Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's a right winger. Plays his best stuff at right wing, and people keep trying to put him in at number 10. Drifting in from that right wing, he is unplayable at times. I think he's better than Saka when he plays on that right wing. Three-star Red, you've nailed both Clough and Pierce accents. I try. A-star drama, mate. A-star drama has to be used for something. France are in here. Could be 1-1 or 2-0. Could be 2-0. It is. Oh, it's off the post again. Oh, Thuram. Thuram opens his body up. Lovely little curling shot. And it's 2... Oh, it would have been 2-0, but it clipped off the far post. Now Florian Wirtz has picked the ball up and he's driving forward for Germany. Out to Adeyemi. A little bit more end-to-end now, this game. Feels like stuff's happening. Germany have hit the post. France have hit the post. Adeyemi skips past him. He gets into the box. Chance for Adeyemi. He gets a corner. Well done. Really, really well done. Ronnie Dodge VAR here is brilliant, but I think in the league it is abused. Emiliano, it means come on Germany, fight and win. Okay, I'll remember that. Auf geht's Deutschland, kämpfen und siegen. Copper, what is your top three? Who do you think should be top three of the Ballon d'Or? I think three. I think 3 Yamal, 2 Dembele, 1 Salah. 24, chill up boy, you can't compare Saka and Palmer, Saka is clear. Stats would say otherwise. Trophies would say otherwise. I like both. I like Cole Palmer, I like Saka, both incredible players, but I think if it was a straight shot between Palmer or Saka on the right wing in a big game for England, I'd be choosing Palmer. Right, here we go. There's a little bit of a handbags here. Players just having a bit of a shouty match. Shouty. Ronnie Dodge, I'm going to make a prediction this season. Arsenal will finish third. I think they will too. I don't think they finish above City. Litigation, come on Germany, let's get them. It's all kicking off, says Ronnie. It is, again, it's all kicking off again. The ref's about to get involved. Look at him, he's saying, get here. It's a yellow card for Hernandez, yellow card for Tar, the new Bayern centre-back. Yeah, they're still going at each other. It's getting very feisty for the third place playoff. Everybody said that these two wouldn't really give a monkeys about this, wouldn't care, but no. Copper, for me, Pedri should be top 3 Ballon d'Or. No, I think... I love Pedri. You won't find anyone who loves Pedri more than I. I think he's a fantastic player. But I don't think he's had a better season than Dembele, Yamal or Salah. It's not about whether he's a better player, by the way. It's not about whether he's a better player. It's whether he's had a better season. If you could choose one player to be in your team, Pedri or Yamal, as much as I love Pedri, I think you're picking Yamal, aren't you? Emiliano, Germany played better, but I don't want to win with this possible penalty or the second goal. I want that Germany win fair. I mean, Germany, look at that, 13 attempts from Germany compared to France's 9. France are hurting the Germans on the counter-attack. And if I'm really honest, this is what suits France, isn't it? Is to play on the counter. They've got all that pace. They play wonderfully well on the counter-attack. This suits them. Germany are going to have to play a more controlled game. They're going to have to try and get the ball to Florian Wirtz a little bit more. And here he is. Here's the difference maker. Oh, no. That's going to be clipped up and put on Twitter. That's going to be clipped up. Because he's just fell over his own feet. Bambi on ice from Florian Wirtz. That's not a good look. When Liverpool are trying to pay 113 million for him. Here's France coming forward. Really good defending again by Kimmich. It was a foul from Randall Kolo Muani. Yeah, true, actually, Copper. Ronnie Dodge, this game is giving Derby vibes. Apparently, the real Derby, I used to always think that it was England against Germany. Was always like a big, the war derby sort of thing. And it was always like a huge game when England played Germany. But apparently, there's a bigger rivalry between Germany and the Dutch. I don't know if you know this. Apparently, there's a big rivalry between Germany and the Netherlands. Like, in terms of football rivalry, the football team, Germany and the Netherlands hate each other. Like, absolutely hate each other. And apparently, it's a bigger rivalry maybe for England and Argentina. Again, another war-based thing, the Falklands War. But England and Argentina, old rivals, old nemesis in terms of football. But yeah, Germany and the Netherlands have a big football rivalry that is often not talked about as much. Emiliano, Germany are just missing all their big chances. That's true. Florian Wirtz with a corner here. Great ball in. Just knocked over the bar. Manyan was coming out for the punch, and Fulkrug got the header just over the bar for the Germans. Ronnie Dodge, are you sure you want to buy him? I think he'll be good. Yeah, I think he'll be good. Copper, Netherlands and Argentina is worse, I would say, as a Dutch person. Netherlands-Argentina is worse. Is it? Oh, maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was always Netherlands and Germany. Going back to when Rudi Voller and was it Rudi Voller and Frank Rijkaard had a big spat in I think it was Italy. Was it Italia 90? Or was it the 86 World Cup? I can't remember. It might even been 94. I don't know. I think there was a big World Cup spat between Frank Rijkaard and Rudi Voller. And I think Frank Rijkaard spat at Rudi Voller and spat in his hair live on telly, and it was a big thing. But yeah, the Germans and the Dutch don't like each other in terms of football. There's a big rivalry there. I'm not sure about the Dutch and the Netherlands. Well, but obviously you're a Dutch person, Copper, so you've enlightened me to that. Ronnie Dodge pulling your leg. He'll be brilliant for Liverpool, unfortunately. He's a very good player, but again, time will tell. Sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Again, there's another big claim for a penalty here from Nicholas Fulkrug. It was a foul from, or at least a claimed foul from Loic Bader. Copper in the past Germany, but currently Argentina the most. Okay. Go on, Florian. It's going to be a foul to France. 3-star Reds, Derby County, not that good. Ronnie Dodge. Let's have a look at this back. There's a claim for a penalty from Fulkrug. You're not getting a penalty for that. Emiliano, in Germany we have a song, and in this song we laugh about the Netherlands that they didn't qualify for the World Cup 2002. Right, okay, well, there you go. I knew there was a rivalry. I don't know whether it was the biggest rivalry. Obviously, Copper, you've enlightened me there that the Netherlands seem to have a bigger rivalry with the Argentinians at this moment in time. But I did know that there was a rivalry between the Dutch and the Germans that many people in England maybe don't quite recognise. Copper, Weghorst is the worst Dutch person. He always beefs with people, especially international matches. I don't know how Wout Weghorst ever actually played for Man United. That baffles me that actually happened. I love that. Ronnie Dodge, I did see Denmark beat Northern Ireland yesterday. Okay, I was quite a few big results yesterday. Oh, there you go. I'm genuinely not saying it here. I'll show it you. If you can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. But my mate has just messaged me and said that he's turned the fiver that he put into MatchBingo, the fiver that he deposited in MatchBingo, here, there, right there. He clicked the link, he downloaded MatchBingo, I told him about it, and he has turned his fiver into, I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get it closer to the camera. You're actually going to be able to see it. It's not going to show it. He's turned his fiver into £51. He's turned his fiver into £51. Now, no, I can't say everyone's going to do that. But he said it's sound. He likes it. He's enjoying it. So I just wanted to give another big shout out to MatchBingo mid-roll. I've just got a message from him. He said it's sound. He's got 51 quid for his fiver. And that's what happens if you click the link on the screen, or you scan the QR code on the screen, or you click the link in my description. You download MatchBingo, you deposit £5, you get £10 free, so you'll have £15 to play with, and you can buy a bingo card for tonight's MatchBingo game, tonight's Nations League final game, Spain against Portugal maybe. But yeah, a fiver and you get 15 quid back. He's just turned it into 51. ZXS, how's Verts playing? He's hit the post. He has He's played all right. Yeah, he's played all right. He's not played maybe as well as he did the other night against Portugal, but he's played okay. He's been limited, I've got to say. Germany haven't played all that well, especially not in the second half. They played well in the first. Vert, he's here again now. He's picking the ball up in some good areas, and it's all coming through him. It is all coming through Florian Wirtz. But, yeah, he's hit the post, and he's struggled, I think, in other parts of the game. France coming forward here now. Must be a shot. Lays it off. What a save. What a wonderful save that is. Again, a really, really good shot, but a really good save. Marcus Thuram has hit the post, and he's just had a shot there, which I think he probably should have done better with. He tries to pass it into the far corner. Great save from ter Stegen. Very, very good. Copper, what's the best prediction app that's free? The best prediction app? I don't know. We're doing a prediction league with Premier League Dad. We're doing it on here. So if you want to join that at the start of next season, stick around. We'll be doing a prediction league. We'll be doing a fantasy league as well with prizes for the winners. Prizes for the winners in that one. Emiliano, do you remember that you wanted to make a video about the top 10 teams of all time? I don't remember that, but I'll happily do that. Yeah, I'm quite happy to do that. I want to make videos on everything, mate. It's just there's not enough time in the day sometimes. Adeyemi in behind. It's offside. Copper, Weghorst versus Messi 2022 was funny. Copper at the interview, especially, bro, just standing there staring at Messi when he does an interview with an angry face. On Discord or on what is it? So, I have got a Discord, yeah. I need to put the Discord link on YouTube. I have got a Discord, but it's going to be at the start of the new season. So make sure you've subscribed if you've not already. Yeah, make sure you've subscribed. And what we'll be doing is at the start of the new season, we'll be launching with the details for the predictions for the new Premier League season. Obviously the Champions League and everything else. We'll be doing all the big games, so we'll be doing that as well as an FPL Fantasy Premier League. So if you want to be in that league, if you want to compete, it'll be just us, just for members of this channel, just for subscribers. And if you win, then you'll win something. We'll have some different prizes. We'll maybe do a first, second, and third type of thing. 3-star Reds. What is this MatchBingo? It's the sponsor of this channel, mate. They sponsor us, and basically what it is a combination between a bet on the football betting, and bingo. So it's like it's a combination. They've created the two, or spliced the two into MatchBingo, and it is a good laugh. I quite enjoy it. Obviously, beyond the fact that they're sponsoring the channel, I have to say that I do quite enjoy it. I think it's quite a cool app. And by all means, you can download it for free. You can go and download it by that link right there. If you scan the QR code on screen, or if you click the link that's in my description, you can download it, try it out, see what you think. And if you want to, you can deposit a £5 and you'll get a tenner free. So you'll get £15 to try on the app. Copper, Prob, only Premier League, right? No, we'll be doing a bit of everything. We'll be doing kind of the big games across Europe. So I'll be able to choose what games. It won't just be predictions for the Premier League. The FPL will be probably Premier League only. Because I don't know if there is a Premier League or a Fantasy League that you can choose everyone in Europe. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? But I don't know if there is one of those that exists. But we'll do a Fantasy Premier League for the Premier League. And then we'll do a Predictions League, which will be for all manner of games. Including the Eredivisie, Serie A, all that. We'll do different ones. Daz Reynolds, have you tried a website called Cypher Brew for predictions? No, I haven't. Ronnie Dodge, isn't it next Wednesday for the Premier League schedule announcement? I think it is next week at some point. I don't know if it's next Wednesday, but I think is it the 17th? That might be next Wednesday. I know it's at some point in June. Here's France coming forward. Shot. Good save again by ter Stegen. Velcro hands. He's done very well there, Ter Stegen. I think he's been Germany's best player today. I think he was really good against Portugal, to be honest. But very, very good from Ter Stegen yet again. Smart play from the goalkeeper. Are Germany going to be able to nick one here to take this into extra time, I wonder? Right, here's Adeyemi coming forward. Adeyemi lucky to still be on the pitch. He's dived twice. He shoots forward here. Oh, he gives it away. Kouadio Kone. Manu Kouadio Kone of Roma with a fabulous little bit of strength and pace to get the ball back. Ter Stegen has no knees on Barcelona, can barely move and dive, and in Germany he's actually decent. Honestly, he's been sensational. Here's Florian Wirtz. Stood the ball up. Oh, again, fresh air shots from Germany in the penalty area. It's really frustrating. Really frustrating if you're a German fan. Bayern. Oh no, we've done that one. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with everything. Arsenal are being linked with Morgan Rogers. Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers. 24, shut up, boy. Bro, they aren't doing extra time today. It's straight to pens. Oh, is it? Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, well. I guess if so, then fine. Yeah, that would probably make sense. Even if it does. I'd rather penalties, I think. But yeah, Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers being linked with Arsenal as well as an alternative maybe to to Rodrigo. Free kick, corner to France here. Michael Elise whips it in. Ter Stegen, good claim again from Ter Stegen. Very, very good claim. Manchester United are chasing a deal for Bayern Munich's João Palhinha, ex-Fulham. João Palhinha. Palhinha not really in favour at Bayern Munich and is looking at a move back to the Premier League. And João Palhinha is one that Manchester United are looking at. Ronnie, if you're still in the chat, Ronnie, what do you think of that one? Manchester United going after João Palhinha. That doesn't seem like the sort of move that is in line with this new, signing players who have a resale value. Palhinha's getting on, isn't he? Is he 30 years of age? 29, 30? He's getting on. There you go. TalkSport can confirm Liverpool have had a £113 million bid for Florian Wirtz rejected. That's our second bid rejected. And it looks like Liverpool are going to go out back in with one final offer. Apparently, Leverkusen holding out for close to 126 million. Liverpool have offered 113. I think it's all kabuki theatre. It's all going to play out. Liverpool will still get their man. I'm not concerned. France knock it across the far post. What a save again from Ter Stegen. What a stay. Unbelievable. It was a fabulous shot from the edge of the area from Mbappe. Watch this. Oh, it's a great shot from the edge of the area. Mbappe's sort of signature, falling back. Just a lovely little cushioned inside of the boot. Low down to the keeper's post, near post. And it's a wonderful save from ter Stegen. Wow. 24-year-old boy Florian going to Madrid. Yeah, I can't see it. I think it's Bellingham's position there at Madrid. He's not going anywhere near it. Emiliano, what do you think about the Conference League? Is it a good competition or unnecessary? No, I like it. Yeah, I like the Conference League. I think I would maybe rather the Europa League be expanded, though. Rather than the Conference League, I would maybe rather we saw, the Europa expanded. Rather than 3 competitions, just 2. It's gone behind that. It's going to be a corner to Germany. 10 minutes left here. What do you think, Emiliano? Do you think it's unnecessary? Do you not like the Conference League? Well, the German fans are getting very, very upset. It's just showed a picture of a young man crying in the crowd. I don't know if it's about the 3rd place playoff of the Nations League, mind. But he was crying. He was in his 20s or 30s easily. And very, very upset at this performance. Germany just skied another shot over the bar from Kimmich. Frustrating. Emiliano, me too. I like that smaller teams can play teams like Chelsea. I know, but is it not frustrating that those teams play Chelsea and then they don't really have a chance? It's like a friendly, isn't it? It's... I'd like to see those teams. I think we need to take a bit of a hit on the Champions League. Like in an ideal world, it frustrates me a little bit that the Champions League is 60 to 70% Europe's top 5 leagues. It's teams from the Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, and then they sprinkle in, just to kind of prove that it's a European competition, they sprinkle in the likes of Olympiacos and, Sporting or Porto, and like it's to give it the illusion that actually it is a European league. It's nonsense. It is nonsense. It's a Super League. Here's Mbappe. Could be 2. Another big save from ter Stegen. Mbappe gave him the eyes. He thought he was going to go back across goal. He went near post and ter Stegen read it. Ter Stegen has been the best player on the pitch today. He's been the best player on the pitch. Absolutely sensational from the Barcelona goalkeeper. This is one of the best goalkeeper performances I've seen for some time. He's been terrific. Emiliano, it's maybe because we lose to France and we also have a big rivalry with them. Well, here's Wirtz, drilled across. It's cleared away. It's going to be a throw into the Germans. Mbappe is holding his head in his hands. He knows he's not going to keep getting chances like this, but with Germany pushing up, maybe he will. Maybe there's more chances for him on the counter. Ter Stegen has been so good. Here's Kimmich. Into Wirtz. Too easy for France. Far too easy for France to clear that away. Kouadio Kone, wonderful. I always liked him. He was at Mönchengladbach, wasn't he? He was always a good player. And he seems to have kicked on at Roma. That's poor again. Really poor again there from Undav. Oh, and France are in now. This is going to be 2. Mbappe's 1-on-1. He's just got to roll it to one side. It's 2. There you go. It is 2. Nice and easy. Mbappe sends it to the right-hand side. And Elise with the tap in. That was always going to happen. It was shocking defending from the Germans. Absolutely shocking. Really, really poor at the back from Germany. Really, really poor. A long ball forward. And it was... I don't know who it was who stretches, but they get a flick on and it completely wrong foots the back German line and Mbappe's 1-on-1. He's got Elise to the right and he just scores the FIFA goal that we all do. The FIFA goal that we all do when we're 1-on-1 with the keeper. He just looks to his mate who's just to the right-hand side and just rolls it across. Long ball forward. Germany, the ball breaks down again. Really poor from Undav. Long ball forward. Shocking. I think it's Kimmich again. Is it Kimmich? Yeah, it's not good enough. It's Kimmich, and Tar just gets it all wrong. And Elise with the tap-in. It's not. It's Koch. It's Robin Koch and Tar. Koch and Tar get it completely wrong at the back. And Mbappe rolls it off to Elise for the tap-in. Wonderful goal. There you go. Elise with the goal. Emiliano, I also like that from the top 5 leagues. There's also only one team in the Conference League per league. So smaller leagues have a chance to win, like Olympiakos from Greece. And I think we need to have the Champions League have that back. I'd rather the Champions League be just the champions of each league. Litigation, totally agree. Top 5 leagues giving qualification on a plate, unfair for the rest of Europe, just keeping the money in amongst the big boys. It also means that the other leagues all struggle. It means the other leagues all struggle, isn't it? And in many ways, I can understand, because you'd want to see Germany coming forward, skied it. Gnabry over the bar, really poor. Yeah, in many ways, you would want to see the 3rd or 4th place team in England, maybe Man City or Arsenal or Chelsea or whoever, you'd rather see them against the 3rd or 4th place team in Spain, maybe Atletico Madrid or whoever it might be, two decent teams compared to the champions of Sweden or the champions of Slovakia. If you have Bratislava against Malmo, the quality in that game is infinitely worse than Chelsea against Atletico Madrid, isn't it? And that's the frustrating thing. But I think you probably need, in an ideal world, you need to get Malmo and Slovan Bratislava and Red Star Belgrade and Steaua Bucharest and those teams. You need to get those teams back in the Champions League some way. Rosenborg, whoever it might be. Because they were once a staple of the Champions League, and that's what made it fun. It also meant that you tended to not really understand. Like, you could have really good players who decided to stay in the Norwegian league. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could play Rosenborg and they'd have a decent couple of players. Very, very decent players who decided to just stay there because it was a good league that gave them Champions League football. Whereas now, if you're a top player in Norway, like Erling Haaland or Odegaard or whatever, you're playing for Molde or Rosenborg or Bodo Glimt or Tromsø or Viking or whoever it might be. You're playing for those teams. You have to leave. You have to leave because you're never going to get paid anywhere near as much. You're never going to play in the Champions League. So to achieve your ambitions, you've got to go away. You've got to go abroad and leave your country. It never used to be like that. Daz Reynolds, who's the best midfielder from the Premier League? You can have one from the Reds and one from elsewhere. Best midfielder from the Premier League? Oh, that's dead easy then. It would be Alexis McAllister and Declan Rice. Yeah. Alexis McAllister and Declan Rice. I do like Caicedo as well. But Declan Rice is especially this season, I think he's gone up a level. So I would say Alexis McAllister and Declan Rice are the two. Here's Germany. Chance here. Must hit it. Too easy. Too low and too easy. Far, far too easy. Very poor again. And we go into the last few minutes here of this one. Germany 0, France 2. It's not been a pleasant day for the Germans. Michael Elise and Mbappe both scoring. Callum, not Rodri. No, I wouldn't have Rodri. I mean, Rodri, obviously, he's been out of the game a long time. But I think Declan Rice and Alexis McAllister are better players than Rodri. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, what have you done? What have you done? Fulkrug and Undav getting in each other's way. They're both screaming at each other. Simple tap in for one of those two. All you had to do was just get out of each other's way. Ball runs across the touchline and just shocking. Just absolutely shocking from those two. Rodri. I think Rodri's a very good player, but he's been out of the game a long time. We don't know how he's going to come back. And I think Declan Rice is a better player than Rodri right now at this moment in time. If you offered me Rodri or Declan Rice in a big game, I'm taking Declan Rice. If you offered me Rodri or Alexis McAllister, I think Alexis McAllister is better than all three of them. Emiliano, next year, Bochum will win the Cup. That means they'll qualify for the Europa League, then they'll win the Europa League and qualify for the Champions League. Trust the process. Yes, Bochum. Love it. Thuram's gone off here for France. We've got 6 minutes of added time. That feels a touch unnecessary. A little bit unnecessary, I think. Oh, it's a wonderful bit of play again by Mbappe. Oh, it's wonderful. Chance. Cleared away by Germany. Again, if anything, it's been France's second half. I think it was Germany's first half and France's second half. And we talked, didn't we? I can't remember who it was in the chat said right at the start of this game. Germany are gonna pay if they don't finish these chances. If they don't keep putting these chances away, they're gonna lose the game. And it's exactly how it's proven to be. Germany having all the chances in that first half. I think they were definitely the better team. And sadly, it's gone France's way. He was onside there, Fulkrug. He was given offside. Silly, but he was onside. Very frustrating day for the Germans. And it's going to be France who finished third. Litigation can't stand Celtic, but won the European Cup with 11 Glasgow guys. Yeah, it won't happen anymore, will it? That's it. Won't happen anymore, that. Can't happen anymore, really. Ethan, let's go. Emiliano, how is the weather in England? Dull. Very dull and grey and overcast today. It's been raining for the last few days. And usually it's... usually at this time of year we do get a little bit of sun. But no, it's been quite dull and rainy for the last few days. At least it has been where I am in England. Callum, Germany don't have an Mbappe. That's very true. That's very true. But they've still had lots and lots of chances. But you're right. I think the absence of a top finisher in this German side has been very, very difficult for them. They've had a lot of chances created. Adeyemi putting the ball in there. I think France's defence has been very good. But Germany have had to rely on Ter Stegen. Ball into the box here again. It's cleared away by France and sent back out wide to Undav, I think it is. start. Kimmich's almost playing as a centre-back at the minute. 24 should they should have started Havertz. Yeah, Havertz would have been the right choice here. There's certain players I don't know how they get in the German squad. Kira, Undav, Fulkrug. Baffling. It's a baffling choice, to be honest. I definitely would have put Havertz in there. Gnabry's lost his way, hasn't he? Gnabry all of a sudden again looks like the player he was at West Brom. But yeah, I think they've missed the centre forward for sure. Poor again from Undav, knocks it wide. Emiliano, we once had strikers like Miroslav, Klose, and now we have Fulkrug. What a downgrade. Well, you've got some decent players coming through, haven't you? In the under-21s. Obviously, we're doing the under-21 championship coming up, and my understanding is that Germany's under-21 team is one of the better under-21 teams. You've obviously got Walter Maid, obviously he's been called up, but you've got Nelson Reaper at Mainz. You've got Tresoldi at Hanover, who's done incredibly well. Max Bayer, of course, of Dortmund. Yusufa Moukoko. Is Moukoko going to carry on playing for him? I don't know. He's still on loan from Dortmund, but he's had a very, very good season. Out on loan, half a season on loan at Nice. And there you go, we've finished. It's France 2, Germany 0. Disappointing end to this Nations League campaign for Germany, but France finished third, and yeah, I thought it was quite an entertaining game. I was a bit disappointed, really, that Germany weren't able to put France to the sword in the first half. I think man of the match today would certainly be ter Stegen. Once France take the lead in the right on half time, they always say that's the most impactful time to score in a game, isn't it? Right on half time. That's when you don't want to concede, and that's when Germany conceded. You could see that Nagelsmann would have had a plan going into half time. He'd have been thinking about that plan. Right, it's 0-0. You know, let's get into the changing room. Let's think. Let's re-strategize, and let's go again in the second half because we have dominated France here. And then all of a sudden, Mbappe scores, and all that's out the window. Or we have to change everything again. And within 60 seconds, he's got a plan. He's got to re-strategize and think how he's going to speak to these players who've just conceded bang on half time. So, very, very frustrating, I think, for the Germans. They'll go again. They'll still be a big team in the World Cup next year. I'm certain of that. There's our mate Florian Wirtz. I'm sure they'll still be a big team in the World Cup next year, but it's not been a great tournament for them. On home turf as well, in Stuttgart here. France finish third. And tonight, obviously, we'll be back for Portugal against Spain for the big game, the final. That one is live on ITV1, so no more paying for Amazon if you don't want to pay for it. Hopefully, you'll join us again for tonight's UEFA Nations League final. Thank you to everyone that has joined. Casero boy, thanks Kieran, bro. Take care. Take it easy, mate. Good to have you as always. Litigation, best German ever for Rangers. Jorg Alberts, the hammer. Jorg Alberts, yeah, what a player he was. He had a great strike on him, didn't he? Assume that's why they call him the hammer. Emiliano, we have Burkhardt. Yes, Jonathan Burkhardt as well. Another one from Mainz. Calamale, France. Why didn't Sané come on? Yeah, I think he got the team selection all wrong. Samir X69, I'll join. Good, thank you. Yes, cheers, Samir. It'll be good to have you tonight if you can. Get back for the Portugal-Spain game. We'll be live from 7 p.m. It is or is it 6:30? I think I've got it down for 6:30. We've got a slightly earlier start tonight for that one. Let's have a look. I think I'm live at 6:30 and it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. So maybe we do that. One sec. Come on. What time is it tonight? It is 6:30. Yeah. So I'll be live tonight at 6:30. Give me 2.5 hours. We're going to have 2.5 hours of chill out time, maybe a bit of tea, whatever. And I'll see you all at 6:30 for the build-up the lineups, the predictions, your thoughts, my thoughts, and we'll watch the game. Portugal against Spain, UEFA Nations League final. I'll see you all in a little bit. Take it easy.